He said the person who made this sculpture said that this is the average like black woman. She just wearing a t-shirt and a jeans, natural hair. This is an average woman. And I'm like, I see that. But people
Mhm.
having all these weird think pieces and like saying, oh, she's fat and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
It's because she's not sexualized. She's not. That's what it is. And the YT people don't have a fucking culture other than colonization and theft because
How
they
big is the
are.
statue?
What you
I
say?
wonder, I wonder how big it is.
It's gigantic. It's like probably like that looks like about like 20 feet tall. And that white, and then instead of black men looking at the comments and looking at what white men and white people are saying about it, they're ashamed of black women. They're ashamed that this is like an average black woman. They're like, why we gotta have the average black woman? Why our women gotta be fed? And I'm like, this is not a fat person.
That's their biggest concern. I
That's
don't
their
know.
concern. Meanwhile, white men in the comments saying stuff like, what is she standing right there waiting to get her food stamp card? Oh, she must be waiting to speak to a manager. Look at her standing there looking aggressive. Like those are the comments white men are making, and black men are worried about like her not being sexually appealing or attractive to the rest of the world. Like,
Mm.
That's so fucking horrible. The fact that black women are the ones that are normally the first ones to organise and communicate about the injustices that black men are facing with the police. It is normally the women in that community who are organising and protesting for those men. But what we see time and time again when we're on panels everywhere, whether it be the US, UK, or otherwise, is the misogynoir that we experience from other black men because, again, they want us to be subservient when it comes to looking at, you know, BLM. It doesn't count for them because they're homophobia, because they're misogyny, and because they're thinking that stepping on our necks will somehow get them closer to the YT man, and it fucking doesn't. And it's time and time again that it hurts more when a black man is the one that's attacking me in the from the comments or on the panel. And I know I'm controversial. I know I'm a pain in the arse. These are all things that I accept. But black men do this too often to all black women, whether or not they're agreeing with them, whether or not they are a bit more neutral and in the centre. Black men will often try and step on other black women's necks in order to get the approval of other men. And that happens far too fucking often. And it's so disgusting and vile. This statue I see is a woman, a normal, ordinary woman who should be celebrated because ordinary women, us as in general, are always doing the fucking groundwork to make sure that people in our community are heard, to make sure that the LGBTQI plus community are thought of, to make sure that the men who are being crucified by the police service and justice system, we have t-shirts and we don't forget that thing is happening. But when it comes to even just the basic stuff, as black women, we're on panels on social media where white women or white men will say something egregious to us. These black men will still align with the cult of man before they do to defend us as black women for the majority. There is obviously ones that we know who are unpacking misogyny and might step in. But even at that stage, they don't use any kind of aggression that we experience from the men. They always do it with due respect. I disagree, that kind of stuff. Whereas we're the ones that are on attack because the only time we feel safe to kind of challenge those men and what they say is online. Because when we do it in person, we lose our life. We are at risk of further sexual abuse. We're at risk of further harm. And so, therefore, online, what the men don't recognise is that we are responding, it's violent resistance to a lot of the bullshit that we experience on a daily. But our black men cannot see the harm and, vitriol that is coming from the patriarchy that they are trying to align to when it
I
harms
just
them
feel
too.
like I just feel like they on one hand, I feel like black men are confused because on one hand, they say like we should never we should have never assimilated, right? That we should have been separated forever. Like Martin Luther King Jr. made a mistake by combining us and advocating for the end of segregation. But on the same breath, like black people are so YT centered, like we talk about male centeredness, right? But like we never talk about how white centered black people are. Like we seek validation from white people so bad, and it's like frustrating. Um and like this statue, and hey Tam, how you doing, sis? This statue and the conversation surrounding this statue, all I hear is black men fighting to assimilate into white culture, because even the statistics that they spew, no Rasta, don't nobody want you up here. Even the statistics that they spewing about like black women as far as like weight and stuff like that and being overweight are an assimilation into white culture, because they based on what is that based on? It's based on BMI. BMI is a metric used to measure people based on a white teen man. It's a scale used and created by a white teen man with metrics about a white teen man, and um it's holding everybody to that standard of that white teen man. And it's like that's crazy. Like on one hand, y'all talk about how we shouldn't have segregated into white culture. Yet y'all are actively and continuingly beating us down as a culture, trying to assimilate into white people culture. Like black people want to be accepted by white people so fucking bad to the point where we will tear each other down in order to get a chance to assimilate into whiteness. And I y'all got to pick a side.
I haven't read on like the information on this statue. I just know that it was supposed to like counter all of the like the YT men statues they had that was up or something like that.
Yeah. It's a YT, it's a bunch of YT man statues in the area. So that's what it was supposed to do. And it's supposed to be like an ordinary woman. He's also made statues. He's made several different statues, like the person who made this statue of black women, and like there are black women depicted in all different types of ways, like skinny with braids, like whatever, because black women are not a monolith, and like that's problematic too, the way that people try to say that black women are this, black women are that, yeah, everybody else is able to be, this version. Like this is a trailer trash white person, this is a educated white person, this is a rich white person, this is a blah 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 middle class, like a country right white person, this is a rock and roll white person. Yeah, like Black women have to be this monolithic creature. It's different. Sorry
Yeah,
for
that's the
saying
one with
creature, but
the like black excellence or whatever. Like you have to be the because we say that in well, I don't like you have to be the because we say that in well, I don't say it, but some people say that you know you got to be twice as good to be accepted by them, which is problematic. But like I'm wondering like who is them really because it's like accepted by them, which is problematic. But like I'm wondering like who is them really because it's like you got to be exceptional. Like you only want to put the exceptional ones on the pedestal. Everybody else, like, be quiet. So that's interesting. I don't know enough about it though.
I mean, I think this picture, that's the thing, like, there's not enough women of the day being represented. And these sculptures well, this sculpture does that. It shows an average woman, an average black woman, and it's, this is the controversy that it creates, I think, is representative of the racism that we face, of the harm that we face, just being us as people, as human beings, as women, can pose such a threat. This statue is just a woman standing, and it can be interpreted why she's standing and doing X, Y, and Z, but it doesn't matter. Because it depicts a black woman, it's a threat to everyone. It's a threat to black men. It seems to be a threat to white women. It seems to be a threat to white men, purely because we're recognising who she is. And I think us as black women, we see that often. We experience that regularly in our workplaces, in terms of when we're getting medical, when we're having to get our medicine and all of that kind of a stuff. The threat that this statue poses, even though she's not doing anything threatening, I think is realistic. And it's an example of art imitating life. The amount of controversy just for a random woman, an average woman, has caused is what we experience as black women all the time. And that we always have to be aware of our surroundings, what we say, and how we say it. It's exhausting. And I'm so glad this statue is bringing to the forefront the controversy that we face for just existing.
All right, Summer. Hold on, what's this, Lynn?
there's some more statues in the series.
Hmm. So these just regular ass people. Are these actually people?
No, I don't think so. It's like just like a series of like black people, like black women, like regular ordinary black people. Like not sensationalized, not like here's one.
Being Free said it's part of a series. So Being Free had explained that TJP is confronting
Oh
with
they oh
is
they real
conf-
people.
is confronting his with his work is who deserves to be identi- oh, lionized as a large scale public art. So this, I think, is the guy who, because the Being Free lady. Sorry, I'm like I said, I'm drunk. So let me just double check. Um, Nopra Being Free said the statue is one in a series called Beyond Measure, featuring large scale sculptures of every black woman. So again, it's just about black women being represented and doing different things, whether it be plus size, whether it be slim. It's just ordinary women being represented. And all these sculptures are gorgeous, but I think that shows how much controversy it creates just being a black woman, that people have to complain about it and are upset about it. They're all beautiful.
Them braids look good. He got the baby hairs and everything.
Hmm.
When I
On one
feel
of the statues, hold on, y'all can't see it, but on this statue, there's baby hairs like on her hair, and it's so beautiful. Like I don't know, I think that is beautiful, and I think that white people are mad at the pure beauty of just like average black people
But
because
these some really good statues too. Um, I like the one before. I want you to show it again. I was looking at the braids, but go ahead.
Nopra
oh,
said
which
that
one? The
these are based on real people.
Yeah,
She
that's
said yes.
pretty.
Yeah, Nopra said yes, these are real people who model for these. So again, this is actually real black women, and the artist has created these to represent them. So that in itself is amazing, and I'm so glad.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, for people are missing the beauty because of massage noir, but that goes back to what Cha Cha was just saying. Like you, black women can't even exist in art without experiencing massage noir. Like, but Tam,
I love
you
this
wanted to say
statue.
something,
Oh my
Tam?
god,
yeah.
I love this statue. Send this picture to me. What's up,
Okay, I
Tam?
will.
Hey y'all. I'm happy we're talking about this because
Hey Tam.
I've
Yeah, Lane came up here and got us together because
I've seen
I
it.
had to walk off. Cha Cha came here wilding, man.
I've seen it like all over. I've seen the beauty, and then for whatever reason, I've seen vitriol. And I haven't seen white tea people necessarily criticize it, but then again, I don't frequent white tea spaces, so that could be purposeful. But the black spaces that I have frequented of our own community is what really is pissing me off. And I think you nailed it, Cha Cha, when you said that this is actually just a depiction of black women. We just can't simply exist. Our existence creates some sort of controversy, right? I love this artist. I love what they've done with this statue and the series of statues that they have. And yes, this isn't just the one that people are focused on. What I have heard other people in our community express vitriol for is the fact that her body type is not the ideal body type. And they have the audacity in the same sentence to mention being a monolith as a black woman, and I thought that was comical. And that live, I told him to go touch grass before I got blocked. But my whole point that I wanted to say is it's really disheartening, like you said, Lynn, to hear these statues come under attack of misogynoir, especially as it pertains to their weight or the weight of this particular statue at all.
Oh no, that was Nopra. Nopra talking in the comments because she don't come on the panel, so I'm just
Oh,
I'm just reading Nopra comments out loud. But no, that was Nopra. She
right.
she pointed that out.
It's only that. It's because of the body type. There was a man in this panel this morning that dissected. He was like, the BMI, and that's a bad depiction of women. Our black women typically have wider hips, smaller waists, while at the same time and say, we're not a monolith. I don't even think he knew what the word monolith meant, because he completely contradicted himself with that statement. And what was even more disheartening is hearing black women agree with him and saying that they didn't like that this was a what they considered as a plus size statue. That there was no room for her in this space because to them it was a negative depiction of black women. But in the comments, I know I specifically said that this is, like Cha Cha said, the everyday woman. This is women. We come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and that's the beauty of black women. We are so dynamic that we are not a monolith.
The thing is, I love the calming out. Like, would it be just like a regular person? Because here's the thing, like,
Yeah.
um, I'm not a fan of hierarchy, and in a society where we just like always like, oh, the greatest, the best, this person is amazing thing. Not first, the problem with that is we got this all bad, all good mentality. Like this person did this thing, it must be so fucking amazing. But it's like a
Mhm.
lot of people are not seen in society. It's just like I don't know. I like how just like regular she seemed.
Yeah, I see my mom. I see a woman on her way to the grocery store. I see a woman on her way looking outside as she's watching her kids play. I see a woman seeming like she has completely conquered the day and she is just resting in her success. I don't see anything beyond amazing when I look at it. And I agree, y'all. I don't deem her as plus size, but they were so hell bent on that BMI, boy. I was like, are y'all okay? But
And it's funny to me because all the black women, like two of the black women in these statues, and it's I love that we like breaking down art too. Like, yes, black women in art, let's do it. It's a good
right,
conversation.
he's going to
But
the
like,
library.
right. But like, hear me out. Like, people, we have allowed white tea people to demonize and like make a mockery of the hands on the hips, right? Like, oh, if you got your hands on your hips as a black woman, you're seen as like a person with an attitude. But when that stance is one powerful and two open, because normally when people are defensive, their body is crossed. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, your arms will be crossed, like they will be folded, they will be over your body, like that your legs will be crossed. Like, that is a stance that is not open. The hands on the hips is a powerful stance. It shows openness, it shows strength. That's like a hero. You get what I'm saying?
She just conquered
Absolutely.
the day. She just watched her child walk across the stage for
Yes.
graduation. Or hell, she just walked across the stage for graduation. Is at her family party at the end. Like, I see success, confidence, and sheer conquering of the day when I see this dance.
Exactly. And that's what's threatening to the YT people and to the men with their internalized anti-blackness.
Mm.
We see this woman as somebody who has like achieved something. Doesn't matter what it is, but everybody else seems to see it as a threat when we are just living, and it goes back to that kind of that existence. It goes back to why I'd lost my job in September, was because of the confidence and the ability to do my job. And then when it put everybody else, when it shone a line or shone a light on mediocrity, I was still the problem. And that's the thing about black women. You know, we see black women overachieving in education, overachieving in the workplace, overachieving in sports, all of these types of things. But even with all of that achievement, it is not enough. How dare we not be humble? And I put that in quotations. How dare we not be humble about how well we do? Because the minute we're called uppity, bitchy, all aggressive, all of these things purely because we have confidence in who we are and that we are achieving above mediocrity. But because that's not what the status quo and what YT men have been teaching everybody else for the longest time, then how fucking dare we? And we are seen as a threat every time. And that's why these beautiful pieces of art are not appreciated and there's such controversy, because we are controversial as the women who have the Eve gene, women who have levels of intelligence, women who do not and will not and still appear beautiful and sexy despite the patriarchal European beauty standard. And it can't, men can't help being attracted to us, but we're defying all of that, and that is a threat. So we are
And I,
just us being people is a threat to the patriarchy. So
Yeah,
peg the fucking patriarchy.
what y'all talk about, like the way she look or whatever. It doesn't. It's not appealing to the male gaze. That's the thing. It's like not only as a black woman, you gotta deal with the racism, but these niggas think everything's supposed to be for them.
mm.
I like looking at this statue.
I know, I get lost in it. Another thing that I really, really love is the hair. I think you called it out, Tara. In all of his work and all of the other previous statues as well, he captures our hair so well. Instead of it just being a flat, like, oh, it's just all down, right? Like we've seen in other statues where it's just kind of like a block of clay, whatever, and they just kind of molded it to look the same. But he has captured our texture. He has captured how, even in that other statue, I think that Lynn had up, where it was seemed like she had like
I'm gonna zoom in on it.
yeah, like the curly back, but then she had like a slick front, like a half up, almost kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. But I feel like that's so empowering. That made me feel so damn good because I was like, dang, like they actually gave a damn. They actually gave a damn to depict us in the most beautiful light and capture every single part of us, cheekbones, eyebrows, like everything, our noses, right? Like I think it's stunning in its work, and I just don't understand how or why our black counterparts in our community have some sort of anger and hate towards it.
I think we
And you
understand
big
why,
box
but
me?
I think we
Yeah,
understand why, but I think the biggest thing is us saying we don't give a fuck. I can see the hairs better now.
that one ate down in particular for me. Because how many girls have we seen with this style? I haven't done it yet myself, but he captured that so beautifully with the baby hair.
Girl, that's the easiest style I can do. Like, let me tell you something. Like, I slick my hair back, do a little baby hair, and put a little clip in, curly ponytail in a minute. Let me tell
Right.
you
And I love the fact that he captured that. And then even the one that Tara had where that she like with the braids, my goodness.
Yeah, I like that one.
How many times have we seen artwork where it's supposed to be a depiction of black women and they either just do the afro or
Never
straight
get the
hair?
hair right. They don't never get the
They
hair
never
right.
get the hair right. They just call it a day. Yeah, like he ate. I'm looking at
look at the lips and the nose, too.
yes.
The
I'm gonna be
projection in the
honest.
face
Only thing
is
about this
very.
section, I want to fill her eyes in. That's just me, but I love it.
I'm looking at a
It's
3C, 4C bag.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You know, you can see this as a young woman who's 23. She's gorgeous. And the fact that
Yeah, that's
she's
the one.
been,
That shit is
oh, look at
cute.
that, it's gorgeous.
Oh,
It is, isn't it? It's beautiful. And the thing is, it's so lovely to see this as part of history. We see so much Renaissance pictures, we see so much of different periods in history, and there is none that are depicted of beautiful black women like these women are, and are properly represented to
Yeah,
down
so
to our
like
hair
not
texture.
knotless too. Yeah.
the
Exactly.
not
Uh-huh.
Knotless, and we can tell them braids have been in for a good week maybe because they're still tight to the root, but we can start to see a little bit. Like we can all see that in us. I love it.
Yeah, same.
Captured.
Same.
Yeah, I think the best thing black women could do, seeing like the criticism, is to still see the beauty in it and say fuck what y'all think, because like that's how we gotta move anyway. Like people gonna always have something to say anyway, but can't like don't even argue. Like I don't give a fuck about your opinion to argue with you about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
But this, Tara, sorry, y'all might hear my dog. This picture, I mean, this whole thing reminds me, Tara, of the live that I'm supposed to host. Don't hold me to it. Y'all hold my hand, but don't hold me to it. About the media representation of Black women, right? And how like
one
we
day.
want. I was gonna do it today, but hey, I hopped on
Yeah.
and you was doing your live, so I was like,
You should have
dang,
told me. I would have ended this shit.
you
I was
know
bored.
what? Um, but no, I'm going to host a live about the media representation of Black women and how, or Black people, and how that affects like us in our everyday life and how we move around this world. Because obviously, like, you know, how what they put into our minds, we begin to believe about ourselves, and we also begin to reinforce those beliefs, right? But it's something so insidious about how, and for example, I know a lot of you have heard that like the Catholic Church made it a law to not depict white people as slaves. Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I forgot the it was a name of the laws. You know the name. I always forget it. They did that shortly after they started having like the stop, like at first how the early films were. Once Hollywood started making films or whatever, they didn't have the ratings or whatever. So the Catholic Church is actually the ones who did the ratings for like the movies and stuff we watch. And very interestingly, one of the fucking rules, laws or whatever, was like, no, you can't depict white slavery. No white slavery. When I read up on it, they tried to say it was like they were talking about like trafficking for women, whatever. But no, they don't want YT because a like I know, and I'm not talking about that shit the Italians be talking about happening in the U.S. whatever the fuck they be talking about, but they don't want white people to see themselves as being at the bottom of a caste system because before they went and started getting people from Africa or whatever, there were YT slaves. They existed.
And
I
they're not slaves, indentured servants.
yeah.
It's not the same.
Before
No, nothing is like chattel slavery, but and I get like the indentured service. I'm talking about in Europe. Like in Europe, like there were a lot of rounds of slavery. Like there were rise and falls of multiple empires. And every time, like what we see it now, what happened in the U.S. with
weren't the
the
Slavic people slaves?
yeah,
I think those had more to do with their class systems within their communities and not so much
But
based off
but it's
race.
still slavery. That's the
it's
thing.
still slavery.
A lot of time we fixate on chattel slavery with black people, and we don't understand like a lot of ways it's still slavery.
The other thing that, in terms of the
Hold on,
sorry,
y'all. Hold
in
on.
terms
Hold
of
on.
the UK, in terms of we had a black emperor in the UK, as part of the Roman Empire, who was called Servidus. I can't remember Servidus, and it was something like 97 AD. So there was definitely black people in the UK, but they like to pretend that they went out and saved, quote unquote, all the other races. Our UK would not be, we wouldn't even have fucking potatoes if it wasn't for the colonisation that the UK did. So we actually have a Roman emperor who was a black man from, which is now known as Libya. Is it Liberia or Libya now? And so he was an African who ruled in the UK. And we have like Hadrian's Wall, which was part of his kind of a rule to create. And in Scotland, we have the museum where we have like different foot and different kind of armour in terms of where these black soldiers were used as part of the Roman army to kind of police and conquer the UK. Even that has
Can
tried
y'all
to
hear
be
me now?
whitewashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like 97 AD. That's how old that is, but it's still
Y'all, it's
fucking
called Hayes
erasing
Code.
history.
Real quick, on my bed with the rating system. I was looking at it. The rating system I'm referring to. If you want to look it up, it's called Hayes Code.
Yeah, I had a point when I brought that up. The reason why the Catholic Church didn't want why he take people picture depicted as slaves in media is because that will put them under the mindset of, subservience. In order to make the caste system work, they had to make people believe that they are of a privilege and dominant class, and that includes media, right? And I think like we underestimate the way that we are reflected in media. And I was talking to Mia about this morning. That's why they hate Beyonce. Like they want to love Beyonce, but they want Beyonce for them. They don't want black women to have Beyonce. Like it sounds crazy, but think about who she is. Think about what she represents. Beyonce is literally a black woman who has and does and is everything that they say black women are not. So they try to demonize her. They talk about her kids. They talk about her kids' looks. They say that she is a part of the Illuminati. She's a devil worshiper. She did this. She sacrificed this person to get where she is. They say everything under the sun about that lady. It's black women who talk shit about her. Like they found every way to make her into a bad guy because black women are not supposed to have that much power and representation. Like, how fucking dare we have such a huge idol? Like black women who is on the same level as Prince and Michael Jackson and greats of that sort. We are not supposed to have a Beyonce. We are not supposed to have a woman, a black woman with that much power and that much cultural representation. And the fact that she is unapologetically black, that's even more a slap in the face. They hate that for us. They do not want that for us because of the strength and like what she represents. It gives us hope. Like stuff like this woman, this statue of this woman, it's a little bit of hope. It's a little bit of brightness when it comes to black women. Because how dare we as black women have such a beautiful representation? How dare we be depicted in art? We're not supposed to have joy like this because we're supposed to stay beaten down and broken. And any resemblance of hope or art or beauty is going to like um shatter that glass ceiling that they're trying to hold over us.
The way that you explained that, because I couldn't understand, I was like, what do white people hate about this? But you just explaining the Beyonce reference reminded me of a time when I worked at a different company. But this white tea woman hated the fact, and she said to me, she said, I hate the fact that Beyonce gives black women confidence.
You said that she didn't get slapped in the face.
I was way younger, y'all. I was 21. I was very
Can y'all
quiet.
do me a favor? If y'all haven't already done so, can y'all send a heart me?
Yeah, I was very young. I was very like
But
not
black men hate Beyonce for us too. They don't
right.
like Beyonce. They like, how dare y'all have like fucking Beyonce? How
But
dare y'all like Beyonce? Like that shit is crazy.
right. But you also brought up a point of not only do they hate the fact that she gives us a level of hope or continues to help us keep that like mindset of like superiority, right? But I think another thing is they hate the fact that, like you said, she hasn't done the whole tap dancing for them. She is still unapologetically black in what she does, and that's what pisses them off. Like, how dare this artist be so high and successful as she is without the overwhelming support of white tea people, and she's still not bending to what we want.
That lady, I went to, and Terry, you knew I was gonna mention it, so don't give me my moment. I went to Cowboy Carter last night.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about it
Beyonce
actually.
had, it wasn't as good as Renaissance, but let me tell you, I still loved it. Like, but I heard she had knee problems. That's why she was dancing and shit. But let me tell y'all something. It was white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women in watching the concert. They went to the concert. They didn't know none of the songs, y'all. They didn't understand what they were singing. They was sitting there rocking backwards and forth and cheering while she sung Alligator Tears.
Of
This
all the
this
songs.
of all the, because they don't know what she's talking about. She literally has a song that says, wait, I forgot who the dude is from New Orleans that said, dark skin, brown skin, beige, fluorescent beige, bitch, I'm black. And these women are sitting there listening, like, brown skinned girls, you'll never take my power. Like her and her daughter dancing to power. They'll never take my power. Like that shit is fucking crazy. To freedom, to like all the songs that she made for us. They fucking hate that for us. They don't want us to be in our power like that. Like what she represents, just, she's not loud, she's not arguing, she's not like the bad girls club depiction of a black woman. So
Exactly.
she, like the bad girls club depiction of a black woman. So she
Exactly.
cannot be in media. She cannot express herself as a black woman. Because how dare you say you got hot sauce in your bag, but do it so elegantly? How dare you have a turquoise grill, but like, and you get to decide whether or not, she gets to decide whether or not she goes to the Grammys. Like she said, she makes the whole world stop, carry on. Like you, there's no way in the world a black woman should have that much power. But why does she have that much power? Because we support her unapologetically. Her, her, her her ascension into like stardom is a depiction of how much power we have as black women if we stick together, because they don't know none of her fucking songs.
They don't.
They don't know. If you go to her concert and watch white women or Hispanic women or Asian women at her concert, they don't know her fucking songs. They just sitting there
Girl,
absorbing the energy. They
your
don't know the song.
my Asian coworker got tickets and don't even know a single Beyonce song. She asked me. She said, "Which album should I study?" I was like, "Huh?" She going to Houston, I think. That's the show she got.
Yeah, they don't know none of the song. They just like see the power, and that's what they see in black women, and that's what they try to shut down and they try to stop. They see the power, they see the grace, they see the beauty. Depict like she did this collage in the background where she showed like over like freaking 100 different depictions of herself like with grills on, with braids, with afros, blonde hair, brown hair, with her babies, with her husband. How dare a black woman have a husband and children and just be like happy and also be a feminist at the same time? Like, no, 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 no. You are not supposed to be, she is supposed to be myopic. She's supposed to be one way or the other. She can't be multifaceted like that, y'all. She can't rap about being proud of being black. Like the black men are ashamed. We're not supposed to be, we're supposed to be getting away. We're supposed to be in respectability politics. But it's funny to me because have y'all noticed that every man who is uber is successful in that way is one unapologetically black and black white about it. LeBron
No, what you say?
uber successful.
Oh yeah. She brought up LeBron loving his wife and how they find something every other 1 to 2 business hours to try to bring up about him or his
Yeah,
family. Yeah, Lynn going through it with that service. I'll fight back.
Yeah, that shit bad. I don't know. She in the elevator, y'all. That's all.
Eugene, what's your thoughts?
Well, I I've been seeing the pictures of the. Well, first of all, good evening, y'all.
Well,
I've been seeing the pictures of the statue, and I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Um, I'd like to know more about it in terms of whose idea it was to put it there and what were the motivations behind it. Because sometimes that counts just as much as anything else. But in terms of a statue of a woman of African American descent, there's I don't see anything really wrong with it.
Yeah, but why does it matter about the reasons it's there? It's just a piece of art. So why does it matter? Or why wouldn't you go and research further if it really was an issue?
No, what I'm saying is, it
I
was. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was talking over somebody. Go ahead.
No, it's not
I more so wanted
you
to know
why.
why you bought it.
Yeah, that was the same as me, Lynn. I just want to know why it was an issue about we needing to know where it came from. What's your thoughts
Oh
on it?
no, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about why you said that, and he's who I was talking about. We need to start worshiping celebrities. Like, why can't black women love Beyonce? What is the
Well,
problem with that? Why are
first,
y'all
first,
offended by us loving Beyonce? Like,
first, first of all, I have no problem with anybody loving and respecting anyone. It's when we get into the idol worship that becomes dangerous, and that could be black women, black men, anybody. In terms of just loving her and respecting her as an artist and recognizing that she's one of the most talented women we've ever seen come across, talent entertainers we've ever seen come across the board in years, I'm totally for that. I just think sometimes the language around many of our celebrities, including Beyonce, tends to delve more into worship than actual respect of the person.
What in this room, Eugene, did you hear any of these women or read any of these women speak on something on Beyonce that crossed over into idolizing to you?
Well, and it may be me just interpreting it. It felt like when we were talking about Beyonce, she uplifts. black women, which is fine. It's absolutely everybody needs to be uplifted. It just felt like there was so much investment in her when there's so many other things that we as black people have to deal with. I'm not sure we really have time to be invested in any man or woman to that extent.
Well, I'm gonna call bullshit, Eugene. I know we're mutuals, but I'm gonna call bullshit a little bit.
You can call whatever you want. I'm just saying.
No, but
It's
what
cool.
the reason I'm gonna say it is no one in here said anything beyond singing her praises of what sounds more or less her character. No one in here talked about how her sacred line, her perfume, how we've maxed out credit cards to go see her. No one did anything remotely close to talking about her on that level. We talked about her character and how she makes us feel as a representation of black women. To me, that's not idolizing. To me,
Okay.
that is actually speaking to exactly what we would want to actually look at our celebrities as, their character and not just what they can do on stage. No?
At the end of the day, though, our celebrities are human beings, and I think I
But
just think I
nobody
just
said she wasn't.
No one
I
talked
just
about
listen.
anything outside of that. This
Okay,
is
I'm simply saying putting folks up on pedestals, regardless of their gender, regardless of their color, can sometimes be dangerous for black people. I think that's all I'm saying. If you don't agree, you don't agree, and that's fine.
Eugene, can I
But
also
why
ask
not?
you?
She's one of the greats. Like I would
Didn't I
say
say?
the same
Didn't
thing
I say?
about
Didn't I
Prince. Or
say that?
hold on. So what are you talking about? Pedestalizing her? That doesn't make any sense.
It sounded to
She
me.
is no,
It
no,
sounded to me as
no,
if
no,
that's what was
no.
being done.
Wait, no. Wait. Who cares? Who
You
cares?
asked me.
Who
You care.
cares?
You asked me.
But no. Hold on. Wait. Let me finish my point. Why does that bother you? That I like the fact that there's a black woman in media who represents women in the way that we should be represented. What I said about her is that she's unapologetically black, that she advocates for black women and for being a black woman, and she doesn't play into respectability politics, same as Rihanna. They're both unapologetically black women and represent us well in media. That is what we need as black women. Y'all are okay, hold on, y'all talk shit about black women as far as like basketball wives and this and that. But when we glorify and we say yes, we love how Beyonce makes us feel as black women, because she made powerful songs such as Black Brown Skin Girl, right?
Hmm.
They'll never take our power. She says stuff like that. She represents black women with class and grace and sheer audacity. And you heard pedestal. Why not put that on the pedestal? Why not?
and
Why
Eugene
not?
and Eugene, this is where, because we've sat in mutual spaces, you've even sat on my live before, and we have talked about how there are negative depictions of black women in media, and you have
Absolutely.
echoed that you hate that, right? That is even
I
something
do.
that exists.
I
What
do.
what in Sam's hell? I'm gonna just keep it straight with you. What in Sam's hell has you thinking that we idolize this woman? And to Lynn's point, what in the world would be the negative connotation around that? Because what I've heard you express about the negative connotation around the depictions of women, she falls into none of those categories. None of them that you've talked about. So if anything, this would be someone that you would want us to not necessarily idolize, but respect and also uphold, so that other women and other generations can also respect her too. This is why I'm so confused, Eugene, because this is not the conversation that you've had previously. And again, no woman in this space talked about anything about her beyond her character.
And maybe I misinterpreted what you were saying then, because it certainly sounded to me like there were deeper things in the character. It sounded like people were investing their own self-worth in
No,
the
no one
in the
said.
admiration of this particular person, and I think that's a dangerous thing to do. That's all I'm saying.
Can I just interrupt, Eugene? The problem
Yeah.
the
Oh,
problem
sorry,
that I
Cha Cha.
hear, sorry, right, the problem that I see, Eugene, is that this is a very misogynistic view, You don't obviously trust women to be able to look at different women to idolise, and you think you can come here and police tone us about who we should idolise and why. I don't think that you have went to any of the men's lives and told them to kind of consider Shannon Sharp and his words. But
Oh,
yet you
now
feel
Tam will
no,
tell you,
stop the
I
now,
actually
stop the
have.
now. I'm not finished. But you have the audacity to tell us who we can and cannot worship. And that's the audacity of men and the misogyny. So as much as I understand that you're unpacking that stuff, what you have said and what you have assumed confirms that misogyny, that you would think that women aren't smart enough to understand who we should and shouldn't idolise. And even if we do idolise people that you do not agree with, you don't get to police tone women on that fact. So my question to you is, why do you think that it's okay to come and tell women what we should think and feel?
First of all, I could never tell you what to think and feel. I was
You
giving you
did.
my
You
opinion.
made the
I was giving
assumption.
you my
You did
opinion.
though.
What I
You
think.
did
Number
though.
one,
No, but you did though.
can
No,
I finish, please?
but that's
May I
exactly
finish?
what you did. This is why you've got responses from Lynn, Tam, and myself, because you said, I don't believe that she should be idolised. Not one person on this panel, or even in the comments, made that suggestion that they're idolising her, or when we did praise her for her positivity, you've still made the assumption. So you did do all of that without actually recognising it yourself. And that's the lack of self awareness that a lot of men have. That's because you're guided by misogyny and ego. You don't recognise you did it. But all three of
I
us
want
have,
to go back to something
all
else you
three
said
of,
though.
no, listen, don't defend yourself. All three of us have recognised that and called you on it in different ways. You made the assumption, and therefore you're wrong because you made that judgment based on our praising of Beyonce. You did that on the basis that you feel entitled enough to call out what we idolised.
First of all, I'm not saying just you. I'm saying people in general. Number one. Number two, I want to go back to what you said about going into men's lives. Tam can tell you, but she doesn't have to. I've said several things about. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that Shannon Sharp is about. So no, Shannon Sharp is definitely not someone to be emulated or idolized in terms of black men or any other man in this country. So no, this is not a just pick
Hold
one
up, real
side
quick.
and do
Hold
this
up,
right.
real quick.
That's not the
My
case.
bad. Hold up. My bad. I was reading about the damn statue. Oh, don't nobody give a fuck what you said in the other lives. I don't. What you saying, Tam? You know this nigga, whatever. Don't nobody give a
No,
fuck
that
what
was
you
brought,
said.
that was brought in. They told me
Sir,
you
sir,
on side
sir,
with women allowed to
sir,
say that.
sir.
That's what
Don't
he's
nobody give
told
a
to
fuck
me.
what you said last Tuesday, sir. What the fuck is you saying right now? That shit is fucking weird.
The
Cause you
only reason
said
I
you
brought it up is
said
because
last
that was
week.
brought by the person talking in the
I
live
don't know,
telling
but I'm
me
bringing it
I
up. I'm
wouldn't
just
do that.
saying, don't nobody give a fuck what you said last week. Make your point
Obviously,
now.
obviously they did give that because they brought it up first. They said you
Well,
would never
I'm
come
telling
to a
you, it
man's house
don't
and say
fucking
that, and
matter.
I'm saying
I'm
I
telling you,
would.
it don't fucking matter.
All
All right,
right
go
then.
ahead, y'all. I'm
Okay,
gonna finish
it
reading
does,
it.
okay. All right. God,
I
you know
just
what?
want to
Eugene,
ask Eugene
God,
who
God,
is
God, God,
worthy
God
of
bless and
being
good
a.
night. I don't
I
man,
come
want.
to
fuck
argue.
you
Hold
then.
on, hold
Y'all,
on. I
all
want to
this
Lord.
ask him
crashing
a
out is
question.
crazy.
I want to know who is worthy of being an idol to Eugene. And by the way, the definition of idol, right? Is somebody you admire. Hold on. I like to get proper definition. Admire, revere, or love greatly. So who should black women idolize, Eugene?
Themselves, their mothers, they're all types of women that can be idolized.
Do you think that it's wrong for little black boys to idolize like Martin Luther King or Fred Hampton or Barack Obama?
I think they should respect them and what their contributions have been. I don't really believe in idolizing anyone, but that's just me.
I mean, I think
I
admire
don't believe in idolatry,
you
so
don't.
that's not me.
So you believe in God.
Yes.
So if I were like as a black woman, like I idolize God, that's okay.
Well, God doesn't even speak against. God doesn't even talk about idolatry. He wants you to believe in Him and love Him and His principles. Not about
Right.
idolatry. About idolatry, He wants you to believe in Him and love him and his principles. Think about
Right.
idolatry. Once you be
But
flush with
what's
praise.
so the definition of idolize is to admire or revere or love greatly. So you don't want people to admire or revere people. It's wrong to admire or revere people or love them greatly.
It's not wrong to admire anybody that you think is that's worth admiration. I didn't say that. I even said that she was worthy of admiration. I'm just talking about it felt like it feels like to me when people talk about some of these celebrities, whether it be Beyonce or anybody else, it borders on idol worship.
Right, but like I said, have you listened to have you it's funny to me because when I hear like black people, especially black men say stuff like this, it's funny because like we're in the know, right? So that woman did a representation of HBCU colleges at the
Mhm.
Wahite Man's Coachella. She
That
took
was great.
Coachella and turned it into a HBCU and she sung the Black National Anthem in front of millions of people, including the people on fucking Netflix.
That's
The,
awesome.
the Black National Anthem.
That's awesome. I know I was there. My father was the one who started that movement to have Black National Anthem sung at football games and athletic events throughout the country. So I understand that. I love that. That's great that
Right.
she did that.
In a time where black people are ashamed of being foundational black American people. Let's talk about the blacks in American. We are ashamed and we're told that we don't have culture. Do you not know, Eugene, that that's weaponized against black Americans? Are you foundationally black American?
First of all, I was born in the United States, reared in the United States, and I have relatives that go through this country for years and years and generations. But in terms of culture, America's culture is
Are
black.
you a
America would
descendant
have no
of
culture. America
American
would have
black
no culture without black people.
slaves? Are you a descendant of American black slaves, Eugene?
Yes, I am on my father's
You
side.
are, as am I. Have you not heard people, including black people across the diaspora, say to black people that we don't have a culture? Have you not heard that weaponized against us?
I've heard people try to say that, but I also know that America's culture is black
So
culture.
you
America would have no
have
culture
heard,
without us.
Eugene, and to answer the question directly, right? You have
I've heard
heard
people
it.
say that. Yes, I've heard people say that.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Yes. So it's used to
Doesn't make
be
it doesn't make it
weaponized
right. I
against
just heard
black.
people say it.
I'm Eugene, I know that it's not right. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across to you. This woman consistently pushes culture, black culture, in a world where black people, specifically black women, are told that we have no culture and we shouldn't be represented positively. So you're telling black women that we
Mm.
shouldn't admire and revere that? Damn, that's nice.
I said not engage in idol worship. That's what I said.
But
But
that's the
And I
police
and I
But
and
toning.
I and I, and I, and I even
Eugene,
said
Eugene, that's the police toning that I'm talking about. You're telling women that we cannot idolize someone like Beyonce because I don't know why you think that you're entitled to do that. God didn't ask you.
that's my opinion. You
Let
can
me
do whatever
finish.
you
Let
want
me
to do.
finish. Let me finish. God has never asked you, to, that whether your admittance to heaven or whatever is based on how you judged others. But the reason why I'm calling it out is because men often do this based on the misogynistic belief that they feel entitled to come and tell women how they should and shouldn't act. Now, I know that your intention might not have been that, but but your words and your behaviour shows exactly that. And it's okay if you've got it wrong for that instance, but what we're trying to say is do not defend it. Just take the correction and move forward. Because you came onto this panel and said, I don't think it should be Beyonce should be idolised. When we were saying nothing but positive stuff, because for us, we're seeing a black woman who's standing and representing her blackness, her beauty, all of that stuff. But you've came and tried to kind of warn us off that, and that's the misogyny that you feel
That's what I
entitled
was
to
saying
tell us.
earlier, Cha Cha.
Exactly, Lynn. You've came here and told us on that basis that you think she shouldn't be idolised, or that people like her shouldn't be idolised, and that's the misogyny that we're talking about. And I don't
I
think
said
you
we I
recognise
said
it.
we
No,
shouldn't
stop
idolize
defending it. Stop
celebrities. I said
defending it.
celebrities. I didn't
But
say
stop
her.
defending it. Stop defending it.
I said celebrities, though. If
But
you
you,
understand what I said,
Sam, you wanted to
exactly.
say
Get the
something?
point right.
Yeah.
I said celebrities. You can look at my statement.
Okay.
Go back to the chat and look at what I said. I didn't mention Beyonce's name. I said we gotta
My,
stop worshiping celebrities.
I'm not going to go into semantics with you, Eugene. I do want to say this, though. I'm extremely disappointed in you. And let me tell you why.
Cam, we know each other. You can be disappointed. I
I know.
understand
And
that.
let me tell you why. This is a classic example of not reading the room. When you came into the room, because I saw you came in about the midway point at the very beginning when we started to talk about Beyonce. But you missed the point where we talked about this statue and how this statue and the series of statues that actually depict this artwork, actually how it made us feel as Black women, how empowering it was. And all these women, including the ones in the comments, expressed how confident it made them feel and how they already are just that. We talked about art at great length. This is where I think it's important for the Black men in our community to listen more than they speak. Because what you just displayed, Eugene, and this is what I'm most disappointed in you in, is for you to be as pro-Black as you are, you just displayed a sickening view of misogynoir, and I don't know where this came from with you. And I think in this moment, yeah, I think in this moment where you thought saying something of we need to stop idolizing was not even happening. And had you sat back and listened for a little bit longer, you probably would have realized that the women in this room, Eugene, actually carry some of the same mindset that we have on other things. But what I dislike that you've done is instead of listen more than you spoke, you came in here and you've probably fractured, if not completely shattered, potential relationships of where not only you could have learned from some of these women, because you know we've talked about Black dating, right? And then
Yeah, we
also
have.
uplifting the Black community. You could have learned some of this from some of these women, and you also could have shared some of your experience with some of these women. But I don't know if that's possible because as Black
Yeah,
men, I
because the
need y'all to
point.
listen more than y'all actually speak. You were in this room for less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, because the point, Eugene, and I'll take it back, was that the Catholic Church, right? They made a law that said that White people cannot be depicted as slaves in movies. And I was pointing out to us how media representation of Black women and Black people, it reshapes our mindset of Black people. That's why Black people are so anti-Black, and we keep perpetuating the stereotypes that we have about Black people because of the media representation that we have about Black people. Tyler, I could have said something about Tyler Perry, but I went to the Beyonce concert last night, so I wanted to point out how they don't want us to have Beyonce. They do not want us to be represented in such a positive light because Beyonce shatters the beliefs and the stereotypes that they've placed about us. Beyonce is a direct contradiction to what they say about Black American women. So they don't want Black American women to have that positive representation. And you came up with your point and you kind of proved what I was saying. It sounded like you were proving what I was saying. And to go to say something about Tyler Perry, yeah, his movies are harmful to the Black community. They are harmful to us, let alone the people on the outside looking in and watching it. They're
I would
harmful
agree. Agree.
to African culture, and they fuel diaspora wars as well because the
I
media
absolutely agree with you.
representation of Black Americans is what Africans come in, Caribbean Americans come in, and they watch and they see this media representation of Black Americans, and they have this monolithic view of us. So
When
it's
it comes to Tyler Perry, I
harmful.
agree with you on Tyler Perry.
But
We agree on that.
these statues are gorgeous, Tara. Tara, I done got you started on these damn
Well, you
statues
already know
now.
I'm in the rabbit hole. I don't care what y'all talking about, but go ahead.
No, these statues are gorgeous, and they're mad at these statues. They're mad at Black. They don't want Black women to just exist at all. So that's why the white people are mad. If you go under the comments of these statues and what people are saying in these statues, and like I said earlier, black men are more upset at the fact that that one statue is depicting a black woman being quote unquote plus size. And that woman is not even plus size to me. She's average, right? She's not seen as a skinny, model-less feature of a black woman. So black men are ashamed of that. And they're more ashamed of that than angry at the stuff that the white men are saying in the in the comments. They're saying things like, "Oh, she's standing in line to get her EBT check. She's standing in line to get her welfare. Look at her.
What?
She's about to beat somebody up." Yes, go. It is horrific the things that they are saying in the comments, and instead of being mad at that we only further perpetuate those stereotypes. So it's bad that black women go to college and get degrees to try to better themselves, right? But it's also bad that black women depend on the government and get food stamps. Like, make up your fucking mind, black men. Are we in this fight together or are you fighting against us? Because like I said, black men say that the worst thing that happened to us was assimilation, was we should have remained segregated, yet we are still chasing the white man's view of us.
I probably got blocked out of that live sooner than I probably wanted to because I didn't hear them talk about that. That's just one of the lives I sat in. But had I heard that, that's insane. The only thing they were harping on at the moment was fitness, you know, that fine, fit, and feminine type of mindset. But hearing that is also kind of sickening. Not even gonna lie.
Because they want us, that is the white man's version of how a woman should look. And how dare we as black women not represent the white man's image of femininity? We need to be the white man's version of femininity, which is skinny, stick thin, blah 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 blase blase. And that's not even the representative of black men in America. Black men are the most overweight of all the men too. We hold each other hands when it comes to these stereotypes, yet black men think it's okay for black men to be overweight but not black women. It's enemy coded. It's enemy coded because you're not gonna fight the system by assimilating and constantly beating black women down with the white man stereotypes. It's just not gonna happen. Y'all want to be the white man's version of masculinity too.
My favorite one. Sorry, Lynn. I saw my favorite one on the screen.
You
Oh,
say you
you
want to see
see
how
the baby
tall it
hair?
is? I put this video up. I mean, this picture up here so you can see that 12 feet. They're about 12 feet tall.
Oh.
That's the artist in front of one of the statues.
Where did they say that these were going to be sent after the exhibit is up? Because I think someone said the exhibit is done like mid-June. Are they going to send them to the African American Museum? Like, where are they going to go? Did they mention?
No, I ain't get there.
I hope
You can
they-
see the baby hairs though.
That's my favorite one. I don't know what it is about
It
that
looks
one.
like somebody I know.
Right.
I'm looking at this like I wonder what she looking at. I wonder what she reading.
Some weird text message on some weird live on TikTok. Something. Something.
I love this stance. This is the remember I said the other statue, like, look at her, eyes closed, like in deep
Love.
thought, hands on the hip. And I don't, hi wife mom. I don't understand why people take this pose, like a black woman with her hands on the hip, and say it's giving attitude. To me, it's giving strength, it's giving resilience.
You know they do that. They weaponize everything. Like, part of the stereotype for black women is also being assertive. Being assertive is a great thing, but they make it seem like, oh, that's masculine and like there's something wrong with that. You're not supposed to do that. I love being assertive. That's why I'm like,
Right.
it's interesting
Breathless.
because some of the things they put into the stereotypes is also supposed to discourage you from acting certain ways, or when you act a certain way to make it look like is to take away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
She looked like, who was it that Nick in the comments said, since they're so concerned of my BMI, that's how I look when I get off the treadmill. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm obsessed with the hair. How much detail.
That's my favorite part. It's like he could have copped out and just done a simple bust down. We know, but that had to take some time and true effort.
Like the muscle definition. To me, this is me. Cause
Yeah.
like like the tone in her arms, like when I tell y'all, like when I look at black women, I think that we are walking and moving art. Like
Mm.
I would not want to be anyone else.
You can see them
Like we
parts.
are the most interesting to look at. Like look at this.
He took his time with them parts. He was a braider that day. He sure
That's
was.
I wanted to see her hair up close with the rubber
Oh,
band. You got the rubber
yes.
bands on the bitch, like
That and that is that not like 80s, 90s coded? I love that. Mm, mm, mm.
and the problem with the other picture, you couldn't really see the details on her face. So I like this one because you can find it. You can see like the details on her face.
Mm, mm, mm. And I love that.
No, no free day. Those ends are cut. They not the burnt ends. They the clipped ends. They put the rubber band on it and they cut them.
It's
Yeah, my
that's
sister had
90s,
that,
right?
them braids like a year ago.
That's the 90s, right? That
Yeah, but they was wearing them in Baltimore.
for sure. Yeah. I went to college in Baltimore.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Morgan.
Okay. A lot of black people there.
Yep. Y'all do the part down the middle with the braids. The guys do. That's their thing. That's my favorite one. There she goes. That look like a work shirt to me.
I like a bodysuit. I like those sandals.
Mm. Who was it? Noper said that this is a traveling exhibit, so they don't have a permanent home yet. I wonder where, like, did it say on their website, Tara, like where the next location was?
No, I can look it up. I'm gonna show y'all. So I'm gonna cycle these pictures real quick though,
Okay.
cause
Noper said I didn't go to Morgan, but I went to Morgan. I know exactly what you mean. You were there. You were present. You didn't have no classes, but that doesn't mean you actually probably weren't sitting in a class, because that happened a lot too. Students who were not registered students were just in class.
Yeah, one of the comments said because it's supposed to like challenge preconceived these statues. I guess the artist said it's supposed to challenge preconceived notions of black women. And a white man, of course, said, "How does this challenge preconceived notions? It only reinforces it because there's some um, black woman in the middle of Times Square, obnoxious looking. It's crazy work."
It takes up space in the best way, and I love it.
He said obnoxious looking overweight black woman. Like, wow.
Disgusting. I know, Xavier. It's the hair for me.
This one has baby hair too. Do y'all see it?
Mm-hmm. And a
yeah,
fresh
this is.
braid. That's a fresh.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the hair. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see this up close. I wanted to see these baby hairs up so close over here.
But I also
And
think
the
that's what
braids.
makes it beautiful is
Them braids look
because
good. They been dipped in everything.
Yeah.
Shut
People just got out the hair
up.
salon. Days ago. A 3-day at max.
it's our hair that we don't have representation because it's always, westernized and European. So when we see women with our hair, it it kind of resonates with us, and we appreciate the beauty on other people. And this is why I think the braids look so gorgeous, is because I can see it in other women and look at the majesty of it, and seeing it through an artist's eyes who can also see it shows that we're not alone. Because I think as a black women, we feel very much alone in terms of it's even our own black men who seem to be our biggest ops, and even our own black men who seem to be our biggest ops, and everyone else, because we are the least protected. So when an artist and a man sees these things that we see in the artistry of the brain, a man sees these things that we see in the artistry of the braids, we feel humanised and seen. And I think that's what makes these statues beautiful, for me anyway.
Yeah, because this is the thing, y'all. Um, when it comes to, and what I was trying earlier is like when it comes to the stereotypes and when it comes to the tropes, the reason why like they don't want like the representation of like, oh, black women are the most educated or whatever is because we have to fit into like, and we begin to do it, y'all. Like watching movies where black women are the mammy, the Jezebel, or the Sapphire, we begin to take on those roles because that's where we feel safe. Because we feel like society sees us as that anyway, so if we fit into that stereotype, like other people will be more accepting of us. Cause how many of y'all have been like in like groups with YT people, YT women, and you take on the role of mammy? Like, I know that's right, girl. Like all that stupid shit. Like where you begin to like, oh yeah, oh you know you look good, like leave him girlfriend and like all that bullshit that they push onto us, and we kind of take on that role of like being that person in like our diversified friendship groups. So I think it's important that like or like have you ever been in a room with like YT people or been in a community with YT people and that's like your coworkers or like friends or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're different, you're educated," and stuff like that.
I encourage us to not play into that BS. I'm in those positions at work all the time, and I will purposely sit there closed lip and say nothing or pretend like I have no idea what they're talking about or not play into the stereotype that they want me to play into. I think someone asked me the other day, what was it about? Oh, if I had ever tried oxtails. And I was like, don't know what that is. And because I knew where the conversation was going to go, and it was absolutely not workplace appropriate. But yeah, I purposely try to like ignore those conversations because I'm not gonna be your mammy. That's for damn sure.
I just think like I was ha- oh, is she copying the stance of the girl?
Yeah, it
No.
looks like, and I can see how
Or is
tall
that
she
just the
is.
natural stance of black women? Yeah, the powerful stance.
Understand? And it looked like because where I got this from was from LA back in 2023. So
That gives me an idea of how tall she is.
yeah,
Wow.
that's how I put this one up. Because it said from 9 to 12 feet.
Mm.
And he got a few men. This one, I don't know. It's not given, but it's the suit. I'm not liking the suit. It's too, I don't know. But I found some more braids, y'all.
It's baggy suit.
Oh, he liked that cut off style. I wonder, is he from like the West Coast?
It said He's from Britain. Is it Britain?
Really? Wow.
His name?
Thomas J. Prince.
Okay. I mean, these are stunning. They really are. And I think London has the biggest black population within maybe black population within the UK. I think Birmingham has the biggest Indian and Pakistani community. And I think overall in the UK, the biggest kind of immigrants are still Polish. So
Mm.
in Scotland, it's 97% white. That's what I'm up against, guys. 97% white. So, yeah. But I love the fact that you had said, Tam, about, oh, I don't know what oxtails are. I need to remember these types of things to deal with microaggressions because that is beautiful. And it's so powerful to say, well, I'm not engaging with you and I'm going to make you sit in your uncomfortability. Because the next question I'd be like, why would you ask? What do you mean?
No, you never hit them with that. Because that gives them an opportunity to wiggle out and probably tokenize some random black person that they know. You
But
just
what
hit them with the, I don't really know what that is. and then leave
Yeah,
it there and rest in that silence, it eats them up. They'll probably end
fair
up
enough.
walking away.
I think
But I don't see the need to do
I
that
think that's
either.
I think that's
Why?
my problem is that I don't shut up. That's why I get sacked, probably. 'Cause
I'm not asking any probing questions that I don't give a fuck about.
yeah, exactly. No, that's fair enough, and I really appreciate that learning. Thank you. Listen, guys, I'm going to go to my bed. I'm too drunk and too tired to continue to chat. Hope you all learned about my sex life.
So can y'all hear me?
Yeah, sorry,
I was
Lynn.
having a conversation. I was having a conversation with a white man. It was me, a black GAY man, a white woman who is
Okay.
like a liberal white woman. Um, hey Dex, and two white men. They were pilots, and pilots have the same pompous attitudes as doctors. If you know how doctors act, whatever. Anyway, we were having a conversation about like rock stars and stuff like that, and we were talking about like Elvis, Prince, Michael Jackson, blah blah blah, Whitney Houston, and like he, one of the white men made told a story about like he was like, yeah, you know, all those people they unalive due to DRUGS, and he was like, it's crazy because one of my friends, like, you know, they were at the most like expensive hotel in Tennessee or in Nashville. I guess it's called the Peabody or something like that. And they seen like a black woman who was seen hold on. A black woman who was seen hold on. Okay, my service was acting nervous. But he said they seen him they my service keep going out. They seen a black woman who was seemingly out of place. And he was like, yeah, my friends were like, we seen a ratty old black woman at the bar. Who and I was like immediately like
Hmm.
ratty old black woman, like what the fuck? That's an interesting way to describe someone. And he was like, and she had on a big diamond ring. And I was like, oh my God. My friends were like, oh, she's clearly out of place with that fake diamond ring. And then they realized like it was Whitney Houston.
What?
And I was like, my response to him was like, I'm surprised you let that come out of your mouth. And he was like stunned that I had said that. He was like, oh shit.
Yup. You don't ask
I'm
no
like, I'm
probing
surprised that
questions.
you said that.
Just interesting. I don't ask no probing questions about shit that I don't care about. I don't ask no probing questions about shit that I don't care about. Even the nails, y'all. And not me over here thinking that I can like purchase one of these. Delusional.
That is delusion. Damn, Tam.
I don't know where me and
Damn,
sis.
Tam.
I don't know where Cisco sit, but I'm put her somewhere. This is me. I'm just shorter, older, and hella fade. So there's a high probability its lasting home will not be in the United States. So if it comes close to me, I need to go see it in person.
See what?
If this is a UK artist and it has toured around the world, this exhibit, it probably won't have a lasting home in the US. Not with the mess that's happening now. I wouldn't even want him putting it over here.
I don't know what it is, y'all. This one don't do it for me. This
There was-
seat, I really don't like this seat.
I'll have to see if there's more of the men one because I refuse to believe that this is
A
all.
lot of the men's was his. I ain't seen no other man one, but I'm not feeling the seat. Is it trying to like? I'm like, why seat? Why everybody dressed down and you got this seat on?
Was
I
he
would
trying
cut
to
this nigga
depict?
out. Is this a boy or a man? I don't know. I'm not liking this suit at all.
I wonder what's the story behind this. Like, I wonder if he's trying to depict black men in a space again that they're also not typically in.
I don't know. I don't like the suit.
Coconut said trying too hard. Coconut said trying too hard.
8th graders graduate. Maybe, I don't know. The suit be throwing me up. Maybe because all the other ones are so casual. Like, I want to see them shoes up close now that I think about it. Because look at these sandals right here. Them sandals, they cute. I'll wear those. But I want to know these shoes right here. I don't want to know what they look like up close. Because I can see the socks. My bad, y'all. I ain't talking about shit.
Noper, please. He's on his way to integrated school. I'm done with today.
Yeah, something about this. I don't know. I just don't
But
like the
the suit,
suit.
it's because the suit is baggy. Like, why the suit so baggy? And like, I don't know.
Maybe that's the point. He's trying to be something he's not, and he's put on this ill-fitted suit.
I don't know. I'm about to find out the story on the
This a
suit.
podcast, bro.
Maybe it's the story
But he
behind
do look like he might be a child though. But I'm not. I
it.
really hate this suit so much.
It's a podcast, bro, y'all. Please.
Not feeling that suit. I want to see what these shoes look like.
It's amazing that this has been around. I think you said 2022, this exhibit.
23.
23, and it's been in different places. But the
I don't
one,
know. I saw that was in LA in 2023, so I don't know.
wow. And the one statue
Yeah,
has
that
sent
bad. I
people
missed it.
into.
That looked like a school uniform. That's not a school uniform. That's a suit.
That's a suit. But my thing is, why is it that whenever TRUMP is in office, like, why he tell people get openly like racist? Like, he brings out the racism and why he tell people, or is it that just that the
To
media will?
be,
Would you say?
that's what he represent.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He
that's.
don't, what is it called? Dog whistle. He don't even dog whistle. He just say that shit outright. Did you see that video I put in Discord about him talking about black people want more police presence in the black neighborhoods? Like, what the fuck?
They feel comfortable. That's why they're okay with when he's in office. They feel the most comfortable to be who they are, who they really are.
Yeah, this picture don't give the statue justice once you see it up close and detail. This camera could never. I do think it's interesting that little in the background say a new race is coming. Is that what they're saying? Race? I think that's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just don't like the suit, yo. I don't know, it just messed it up for me. We done looking at these pictures?
I guess I'm gonna have to blow one up on my wall or something.
I don't know.
My work.
I know that Eugene nigga, but I was ready to cuss his ass out. He sounded stupid.
Disappointed in you.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something I learned, Tam, because I used to spend time in black spaces, the Pan African people. Them niggas, when they be talking about black people, they be talking about black men. Them niggas be talking about black men when they say black people. Just so you know.
Potentially.
They don't mean black children or black women. They be talking about black men.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Do you know who Brother Legend is?
No, is that another TikToker? Y'all been
I don't
throwing
know if
out
he's still
names.
he blocked me because I was saying some harmful shit
I
about
just
him.
found out who They Trigger or something is today. Loved her live.
You're triggered?
Oh yeah, you're triggered. Sorry.
She
Yeah.
blocked me.
She blocked you too?
Yeah, because I was talking shit because I told her she thinks she better than me because she married.
Oh, you did say that last night. Okay, you did say that last night. I saw her live for the first time today. It was about pick-me's. Oh, you would have loved that one, Tara.
No, I couldn't because she blocked me. But I'm gonna tell you something. When people be like they blocked me, that should be valid. That should be valid.
Oh, well, it makes sense. But no, who is this other one you said? Something. You just mentioned another TikTok name. Is that someone I need to know or follow or?
I don't know. He used to come across my feed all the time when I first got on TikTok. Some dude named Brother Legend, and he was talking about making something called Sankophia, like a Wikipedia, but for like black culture. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, oh, I can help you because I was coding and all that.
Mhm.
This motherfucker sent me some code. I'm like, you done snatched this shit.
Wait, you're a coder?
Yeah, I can code. That's what the JS on my name for is for
You can make
JavaScript.
apps?
I don't be making apps, no. I did React, but I never got to React Native.
Oh, okay.
I did
So
not know that's what the JS stood
I did
for.
not know.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
right.
damn.
JS for
Like
JavaScript.
she kind of sunned me with that. She was like, "Duh, the JS." Well, I don't know what that means. I thought that was like middle name, last name. I don't know.
No, no. When you have when JavaScript when it's like Node, it'd be like Node.js.
Oh, girl, if Control Alt Delete can't fix the system, I'm lost. I'm calling my brother. I'm calling my dad. I'm calling IT, or I'm just gonna get another computer. This one's sick. I'm just bad with technology.
Now I feel like if technology progressing, we gotta progress with technology.
Code.
I ain't never gonna be that old woman talking about I don't know how to do it. I refuse. I'm gonna learn
You
that
know,
shit.
it was a couple years ago that I realized during MySpace days we were coding,
Yeah, we was on HTML
right, and I
and
had no
CSS.
idea. I used to have the stuff falling from the top of the page, music playing, blinking, lights flashing, and would spend hours trying to set that up. I do wish I was a tech girly, but I'm not.
It's not hard to get into it.
I do like for my nonprofit. I want to create an app. So that's what I was asking.
What kind of app?
I gotta wait till the nonprofit gets approved before I spill the beans on it. But it will help Black community in our
Oh,
neuro.
let me know. Because if it's I might work on a project. I can't guarantee nothing. Where Coconut at? Coconut, you do Python, right?
A Python girly, another IT girly.
Yeah, she in college for computer science.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like.
almost everybody in our community is tech girlies. We
Y'all all
house the
tech
black women in
girlies?
tech. Not
Oh
me.
wow,
But we house the black women in tech. Lady Q is in tech as well.
I like that. See, I don't have a
Coconut,
lot
do
of.
you do hackathons? We should do a hackathon together.
Crispy is about as close as I get to a tech girly, but she's tech too.
I
Do you
don't do
have a
nothing with
nonprofit?
it.
Not
I know a
yet.
little bit about Python though. Um,
I can't give you the name yet, Nopra, because I'm still pending on some things legally, but it is based off neurodivergency in the Black community. That's what I'll say, and I'm super excited.
I think neurodivergence don't get the shine that it deserves. Like
At
I
all.
love, like for real, like neurodivergence is the shit.
Period.
Like I be telling people, I'm like, if you know anything about like genetics and how mutations are good for the survival of species and the fact that people think in different ways and we can recognize that. I love the fact that like in communities we share ideas and perspectives. That's my shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So hopefully by my birthday, Nopra, I'll be able to say a little bit more. Yeah,
So I'm trying to get my PFP certification in project management. I
me
was working
too.
on it a while ago and gave up. I recently decided to get back to it. I'm all over the place though.
Me too. I'm in a project management role right now, and I'm seeking to get my certification.
How you gonna get the certification? You training for it or?
Well, my company's one gonna pay for it because I asked them to, and then two, I've been in project management. This is the first formal role that I've had it like in my title, but I've held other project management role adjacent, including program manager roles, for about 6-7 years.
So that's what I like about project management because I've been teaching for over a decade, and I can take my teaching experience and use it for project management.
When you
Because
fill
I
out,
don't want,
when you
huh?
fill, I was gonna say when you fill out the application, you can put all that in there as transferable.
Yeah, I know. I already got a. I had signed up for. I was like, I'm gonna take the test and everything, and then I moved and it went on the back burner. But like I said, I'm gonna get back into it because like I want to get my certification, and I don't want to go back in the classroom. I'm done with the classroom. I'm tired of indoctrinating people's children.
I don't blame you. Thank you for that, Coconut. Yeah, because once we roll out, I'm gonna hit the ground running with that app. It's gonna help significantly.
I hate doing wireframes in Figma. I might be doing it wrong. That shit's time consuming. I hate it. Oh, all right, yo. I just was live because I was bored. I ain't had shit to talk about. I had my little background up here, but I was bored, y'all. And then Lynn told me she was about to go live. She should have said something. I would have came over there. Cause she the one came in talking about this statue. I ain't even had this shit up.
Yeah, it was a good topic. I loved. I
Coconut, we
was just
should.
watching.
You got. I want to see you do one. Cause the way man, that shit's. Do you like my bed, man? But the doing the squares for the buttons and all that. That shit is time consuming. Go ahead, Lynn. My bad. I got distracted.
No, I'm not important. You know, no big deal.
Lord, oh my God, my bad, Lynn. Go ahead. No, you got it.
Nah, I wasn't. I didn't want to talk about that thing for real, y'all.
Yeah, I'm happy you did the topic because I didn't want to go on any other live to talk about it and be arguing with people. I wanted to like just have true conversation around it about it.
I like the statue.
I do
She ain't
too.
saying nothing. But if Lynn gotta say something, she going in the big box. We not gonna treat her like that. Like even the bottom of the shirt, like I like this. It was like she ain't got no bra and I'm like, good. Them bras be uncomfortable. Fuck y'all talking about.
Best part of the day is taking it off. Yeah, I loved it. I love that it's in New York, and I love that it's
I
making.
got little titties. I don't gotta wear a bra.
Whatever. I need to go to the doctor and tell them to slice mine off. Just take them all. Things be getting in the way. All right, y'all. Y'all want to talk about something else? Cause
Oh, there's Lady Q. They say you're in tech too, Lady Q.
Lady Q, you want to come up here?
I'll have to ask y'all some questions.
I'm gonna invite her. Oh, I can't invite her from here. Why they change my shit?
Maybe her account is private.
She don't want to come up here. Lady Q, come up here.
She fucking with Lady Q. She know Lady Q don't want to come on this panel.
Ain't nobody in here. You welcome to come up anytime, Lady Q. There she go. What's up, Lady Q?
Hey y'all, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, y'all know I be playing with plants and stuff. I was all the way back in the tent, wasn't near the phone.
I love that painting plants. Hey, Fluffy. No, Tan wanted to ask you about coding.
You're a coder too?
No, I do data management with clinical data for clinical trials. I work at a pharmaceutical company. I don't really do coding. We have programmers for that.
Lady Q love Discord though.
I do.
Lady Q love fucking Discord. She was like, "You want to do this in your Discord?" I'm like, "I got. I don't be feeling like none of that shit." What's up, Mia? Where the fuck you been at, Mia?
Uh-oh. Mia was up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I almost missed my gym. I
I
can't
was
mess
up.
with
I
her.
fell asleep.
You did. You did. Only like the last like 30 minutes though, if that. Like you were up at one point.
Who are all these people? What's up, Blue? What you? Hold up. Was you done talking to
Everybody
Lady Q?
coming up now.
Because
What?
Yeah.
Lady Q gonna run off on you. You gotta
That's
It's
keep
just
that
okay.
30
pace with
people, but
her.
No,
I
that's
got
okay.
I got one foot out the box already.
I'll
I
ask
already
another
know.
time. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks, Lady Q.
She may never come back up here. Let me
I'll
take a
ask her in the comments.
screenshot. This one ain't never been on the panel. Damn.
Not you actually took it.
I'm gonna put it in Discord. Like, look at this. Look who visited us today.
Let's
What's
not on
up,
the panel
Blue?
too.
Rushed off too.
Oh, hey Dex. What's up, Blue? What's going on?
Sorry, I was just waiting to be introduced. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that's cool. You introduced now.
Oh, okay. Do you need my age too? I'm 23.
No, that's TikTok job, not mine. Go ahead and
Oh,
say what
okay.
you say.
I don't have much thoughts on the statue. I think that people are just doing a little too much when they come when they're talking about like how she looks. Cause I feel like she just looks like a regular black woman. I feel like if she had like, the stereotypical slim thick body, no one would have an issue. I think a lot of people have an issue because they feel like that's not the best representation of a black woman. But like, she looks like a black mother to me. I've seen many black women who look like that, and I don't see the issue with it. I don't think everyone has to have a slim waist, big butt, full lips. Like, I think people forgot what like women, normal women look like. And yeah, there are women who are born with that kind of body type, but like I think people are too used to seeing like whatever is that's quote unquote socially acceptable. Because I feel like people are like fat shaming the lady and talking about how she don't have a bra on and how she big and this, that, and the third and how she got braids in her head. And I feel
Have you
like a
seen
lot of
any
it
of the
is like,
other pictures?
I'm sorry?
Have you seen any of the other statues?
The other statues that this artist made?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll them out in the background. You keep going.
Yeah, and then a lot of people are claiming that the artist who made the statue is like a self-hating like black man because he made this statue of the lady, and I don't think that's necessarily true. Like, I mean, I feel like she looks pretty normal to me. I feel like people just wanted the prettiest, slim waist, busty type of BLK woman to be on the statue. And not every black woman fits that archetype of like body structure.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like if let's say he had put one of the other statues who didn't have like because some of them like this one, right? They would have had a problem with her too.
Yeah, because my mom is a heavyset Jamaican woman, and I love my mom down. And I've never really been taught to disrespect or dehumanize somebody because of how pretty they may look or how big they may look. And it's like, at first, I really thought like somebody was just trying to be funny because I didn't like what I was hearing. Like they just made it seem like he was outright trying to disrespect black women, and it's just like this is exactly the reason why some black women who don't have full lips or slim waist or hips or all kinds of stuff, they feel less than and dehumanized, and they don't even feel like they're black enough because they don't fit that you know that archetype of black woman that everyone's talking about. Because I hear the comments that people are making and they're like, oh, she should have had this, she should have did this, and that's very like anti-black, very like fat phobic. And to be very honest, some of y'all mothers look like that, so what's the problem? I don't know. Like, I feel like people at first, like, I tried to understand the other side and I was like, okay, maybe it could be that. But after hearing a lot of thoughts and opinions, I'm like, y'all are just anti black and y'all think putting our best foot forward, which would be putting a slim, thick, low BMI, busty black woman as a statue would have made people respect black women more or look at black people like, oh, like they would have had no issue if they put someone who had the body structure of Meg the Stallion. Because I don't know, some black people seem to think that if we have like the good representation of black people, that would make people less anti-black and less like racist. But I think every black body is beautiful. I don't feel like you have to look a particular way to be looked at as a beautiful black woman. Like that's very like sad. because it showed a lot of people. A lot of people showed their tail with their thought pieces, and they thought they ate it up. But I've seen people erect statues of literal colonizers, people who have abused children, all kinds of messed up stuff. And the white tea people, they run their shit how they run their shit. We don't do that. We don't do what other cultures do or other races do. And I have a lot of respect for African Americans specifically because I'm Afro Caribbean, and I just feel like that's just so wrong because I feel like she looks like a beautiful African American woman. She looks normal to me. She has braids in her hair. Just because she's not slim doesn't make her any less desirable or any less like pretty than a woman with a lower BMI. Like that's kind of crazy. Cause like I just imagine if that statue was of my mom and how people would talk about her, and I don't like that.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is like it's just it's showing the things people are saying, just an exposing like what they project onto black women, which is why it's important to like not other people let other people define you or like need validation from other people. What's up, Dex?
Hey Tara. Hey Lynn.
Yeah.
Hey Tom. Hey Drika. Ugh.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, I saw this probably like a couple hours ago. I didn't even know about it. I just saw it a couple hours ago, so I didn't even know what it was about or anything. But literally, the first thing that came across my mind, I was like, "This statue is extremely detailed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a
Yeah.
wonderful piece of art. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit, who did this?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've been obsessing over the hair. Look at them braids.
yeah, it's like I didn't even focus on anything else. It was a really great piece of art. Like, you know what I mean? A great representation. Like, you know what I mean? It's so like I didn't see anything negative at all. It didn't even cross my mind. I was just appreciating like I wanted to know who did it because this is really good work. Like, you know what I mean?
I
So
don't got
like
his face, but this the guy right here.
oh okay.
Hold up, no, that ain't him. That nigga got food in his hand. Let me get this shit off the screen.
He
That's
do
an
look like him though. He like a light skinned black man.
I think that is him, but still, I saw the food in his hand. I'm like,
Oh.
hold up.
He was coming to look at his own art from a different lens.
His
Shit,
the
I
person.
be looking at shit. I be looking at stuff I create too. Like when I do makeup, I did my sister makeup last night, and I just kept staring at her and all. Like, dang, I fucking did that.
Not this making me want to go to Hobby Lobby.
That's like exactly what I was talking about because somebody in your
Fuck
comments,
Happy Love it.
said the statue could have at least had Smeg's appeal. Like, come on, it's oogly. That's exactly what I'm
Who
talking
said
about.
That
that?
person even got a
Somebody in your
profile
comments,
picture. That
they
nigga
said
ugly.
it's their username is I'ma say something. They said that in your comments. That's
Oh,
exactly the
we
reason
ignore that
why.
nigga.
That's a
That
troll.
nigga weird. We just be ignoring these people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why I
that's
overlooked
what I'm
it.
saying. They people are big mad because they feel like it should have had sex appeal. Why does every black woman have to be that to consider to be a human being? I've seen how society treats what they perceive as a ugly black woman, an ugly dark skin, unattractive or unconventionally attractive black woman, and that's not cute. Not every black woman looks like Meg Thee Stallion or Beyonce or Zendaya.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, fuck that person. We be ignoring these niggas.
Hmm. And honestly,
We
Blue.
ignore them. Don't even acknowledge that nigga. What's up?
Um,
What's up, Drika?
oh.
Hold up, Tam.
Hmm.
Hey, Drika.
Damn. Hey y'all.
Where the hell, ma'am?
It's been
Don't
a
stay up late no more.
it's been a rough day. I'm old too. So
Yeah,
y'all
you.
got a good grace. Um but Lord, coming out of a slumber that hard, I gotta focus. Did some bullshit. Like, um, they need to just come on out the closet.
Hold up, Lynn. Could you put that picture up again of the braids though? I need y'all to see them braids. Them braids was cute.
And this closet is the I hate black women closet. Cause what the fuck y'all be like if y'all are that
Thank you, Lynn.
disgusted.
Look at
Oh
them
wow.
braids. Look at them
Wow.
goddamn braids. Look how deep. That's a fucking statue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Crazy.
I couldn't find them braids. I was looking for them braids. Them bitches is serious. You know how detailed. You know how long he's worked on them fucking braids.
I could just like being here talking about these statues with Tara, y'all, and we've been talking about these statues for an hour now. And let me tell you, going to a museum with Tara, you'll be in there for hours. You gonna be in the museum with Tara for hours.
You might just be in that bitch for hours with me fucking around. I'm gonna be honest.
But Tara, I mean, the braids is on point, but look at the detail in between the braids too, though.
Yeah, it's the parts. It's the little baby head.
Right.
Like, come on, be for. You can tell they knotless. Like, we've been seeing how these niggas be playing with our hair.
But to look at these and the first thing come to your mind is hatred or to bring it down.
No,
like
I was saying, I honestly think we should like fuck what y'all got to say. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about this. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say about this woman's statue. What are you talking about?
right. It's like
I don't
what?
give a fuck. Fuck y'all. I think that'd be the problem. Who the fuck care about your opinion? Ain't nobody ask you, bitch. The fuck? But hold up. Was you still talking to me? I feel like I cut you off.
You did. I don't even know
My
what I was
bad.
saying.
My bad. It's my fault. I was thinking about these braids.
I
You
don't know.
can cuss me out when you remember cuss me out for it.
I don't know what they've been saying. I've been seeing people talk about it. Like I seen this fat woman who I used to follow until I started hearing like her takes when I first started being on TikTok, and because she problematic. And then I seen that she was had the statue up, and it was some sketchy people. I can't remember who I seen that was on her panel that I thought was sketchy. Oh, it was Black Guru was on her panel. So like context clues, common sense. Like I'm knowing that she's talking negatively about it because the woman isn't like skinny or athletically built, and like I'm just putting it together, obviously, right? Because I know how self-hating handkerchief head Negroes are. So I'm knowing what it's gonna be, but like that in itself is the irony. You're a big woman, and if you feel like if you have that much disdain, or if you gonna allow people to talk about the statue shouldn't be up there, get on Ozempic. Go, stop running your mouth and run. But you not. You gonna be fat and talk about fat people with people who hate black women and hate fat people for what? To get some type of approval. You could be spending your time losing weight if you hate being fat and you hate fat women, fat black women like yourself so much. It's stuff weird about that to me. Like I, I just would not be living in an experience talking shit about it like that. I'm not saying you can't say, hey, like the conversation come up, say, yeah, we do gotta be mindful about, what type of food we eat because it is this conspiracy, the way they do the food. I'm not saying we can't have that conversation, but to be fat since last year when I saw you, to still be fat this year, talking about another fat statue, is to be out your motherfucking mind. With Black Guru, lady, sirs, y'all need to just admit that y'all hate black women and y'all think it's easier to talk about black women and dog them out and blame them and have this whole discourse around a damn statue instead of y'all finding some real business. Like, why the fuck are these prisons being built everywhere in these what are they called? Like the little prison, these little not prison, it's like
Detention centers?
no, like these fucking cop cities
Oh, Crap
and
Cities and people
all these
prison.
these motherfucking menaces to society. Y'all worried about everything but that. Bitch, you ain't gonna be able to eat if you unalive, hoe. You won't be able to talk about no diet. Yeah, I don't know. whatever. But
I'm so sorry, but ma'am, you are very
Hold up,
fucking
real quick.
ignorant.
Hold up, real quick. Hold up. Where Leon trying to tell you go at, Lynn? Where Leon trying to send you at?
He said that y'all took a vote and said I don't get no more off days this year. And I told him I'm co-hosting this live with you. I know you didn't consent to it, but I'm a assume consent.
No, because I had another topic up here, and they started talking about some shit, and I'm like, Lord. And then Lynn came up here with this goddamn statue, and we've been on this shit ever since. But not Leon trying to tell you go somewhere else is crazy.
No, he trying to tell me to host a live that
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a
you should have hosted live though. You should have did that. He right about that.
not you
Wait,
attacking
so
Leon and he on
I
your
got a
side.
question. I got a question. What's the problem with the
Hold up,
statue?
hold up. She was talking.
What? Nobody was
Damn.
fucking talking. What the fuck is she talking about?
No, she was talking. You not
Is she
talking about
talking right now?
nothing.
Is she talking right now? No.
You
So I
not
can
talking
talk.
about nothing.
I'm finna talk about the background. What are you talking about?
Hold up. Let me just tell you something, right? Real quick. If you can't cam up, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing fucking crazy.
Can you cam
Don't
up?
get froggy. Don't get froggy, nigga.
Ma'am, can you cam? I swear I'll
You
cam
don't
up when
need
you
to cam
cam up. I
up. But
promise I will.
you came in here to shame some fucking statues. The
I
fuck?
literally just said, what's wrong with the statue? How is that shame? Like,
I
please
don't like
open
your
a
attitude.
dictionary
It's
before you
negative.
use
Your
words you
attitude
do
is
not
your
understand.
attitude is negative. You got bad
Have
energy,
you ever opened the
motherfucker.
dictionary though? Be honest. No, you haven't,
No,
because you just used that
there are
word so
dictionaries
fucking
on
wrong. It's
Google.
crazy.
Why would I
Like
open a
what?
dictionary?
I don't even think you know how to use Google because you use that word in a sentence so fucking wrong.
Hold
Low
on,
key think
Tara.
I'm starting to think you
Damn,
ain't
you
even
talking
finished
to
high
two
school.
different people. That's fucking crazy.
Tara.
You
Why
don't even
is it?
understand that you insulting two different people.
Oh, I'm
What you
But
say,
following
go
Tam. I
on.
Tam?
don't even know this woman.
Hold on.
But
What you
why
say, Tam?
why is it that all the men that have come up here, except for Dex, have been angry and just hyper opinionated for no reason?
This how they are. What you mean? This
Ma'am,
how
is it
men
the
are.
truth or is it
Where?
anger?
Hold up, Tam. Where you been at? This how these niggas is. What you talking about? Not the slime. I gotta tell y'all the slime story.
Because it seemed like you
So,
want to jump down somebody's throat for
nah, he
saying
wants
that
somebody. He
they,
wanna.
All
He
I
wants somebody to
said
jump down
was
his
what's wrong
throat.
with the statue.
we
You
never
He wants
really got
somebody.
said.
mad at that.
But here's the thing: you've been in here for a while. You've come in
I've
and
been in
come
here for
out.
10 minutes.
No, you've requested up and you've dropped. I
10
peep
minutes ago,
everything.
ma'am. You don't
I
know how to
peep
tell time
everything.
either? What the
But you've
hell?
heard us talk about this statue and the series of statues in great lengths and how much we admire it. So
Ma'am, I
it's
swear, after I
disingenuous
got
to ask
disconnected, I
question
left the
for you to
live.
ask,
I
well, what's
didn't hear
wrong with it?
anything you
You know we
said.
haven't said anything that's wrong with it. So please miss us with that bullshit.
Excuse me. I didn't hear anything you guys said about the
Unfollow
statue.
me. Why does it say follow back?
Because you
Ew.
have to follow to request, ma'am. I will
No, you
unfollow you, though.
don't.
You're
No,
not
you
important.
don't. You ain't
This is
Ma'am,
never
you
not my
have
followed me,
life.
bro.
11,000 followers. You're not important.
This is
You've been
not
doing
my
it for 5+
life.
years. You've been
This is
stuck at
not my
That's what I'm
11,000.
life.
saying. He
These days.
confusing people.
He
He
don't know
think we
what he's
all the
talking
same
about.
person.
Tam, you've been stuck at 800 followers since 2020. Hush.
I don't have
Are
Okay,
you obsessed
that's
with her or
fine.
something?
He doesn't even know what
Um,
he's talking about. I don't even have
Ma'am, I
800
don't know what I'm
followers.
talking about. You haven't been to the gym since you was born.
I went to
okay,
the gym today.
sir.
What are you talking about?
It's
Why are
always
you
the fat,
trying to?
unattractive women. Like, y'all are
You
literally
right.
mad
You
because this
right.
woman looks like y'all.
What is he
You right.
talking about?
You right.
The statue
Cam up.
literally looks like you fat
Cam
ass women, and
up.
that's why y'all
What
mad,
is he
basically.
Cam
talking about?
up. Hold up. Cam up. You came here to talk shit.
Cam up, the fuck?
No, cam up.
The
You ugly
first,
Cam
troll,
up, fat
ugly
ass.
ass nigga.
no, because
Cam
I
Show
up.
find
your
it very
stomach. Show the
funny
side of your
Cam
that,
stomach.
up.
How many
No,
rows you
put
got?
your ugly mug
How
on the
many
first of all,
rows do
why
you
are
got
you
on the side
talking
of your
like that,
stomach? And be
sir?
honest.
And who's fat? That's me in my
On
profile
my mama,
picture.
all y'all fat as fuck.
That's me in my
Okay.
profile picture.
On
Body
God,
No,
T.
no. It's
on my life,
listen. No,
yo,
I'm
Body
call
fat.
me,
T. Body
yo, call me.
W.
I
And so
swear on everything I
what?
love. On
This what is
God, you
wrong with
fat and
you?
bad built. Let's
Ain't
actually be
nobody about to
serious right
argue
now.
with this
Who
nigga.
fat and bad built?
On God, you bad built.
Him. He bad
Who?
built. That nigga bad built.
Why
Every
I
woman
always
on
gotta
this
do
panel
this
is
to
bad
this
built and
nigga?
got no man and single as fuck with a
Sir,
house full of cats.
I got a better
What are
shape
you
than your
talking
mama.
about,
I
sir? I
promise
am
you.
married and I
I'm
have a
better
whole
Yeah, just
shape
house
because
than
you
and
your
I have
fat
my
don't
mama.
make you
children.
thick, love.
Baby, I'm
What?
better built than your mama. I
You don't
promise you
believe that
that.
shit your damn self.
Why are
I
you
do.
so angry,
I
sir?
know I
Did you
am.
get picked yet?
Did I get picked? Ma'am, I don't want
Yeah.
you. I don't want y'all to pick me. What the hell?
Your boyfriend
Okay,
stupid.
Because
then
The
we then
the
last
we
thing I
agree
person,
would
the
about
want
only
is for a
something.
person
black woman
here
to
is
pick me.
you
That's the
that's
last thing I
bad
would want
built.
in this
You've
world.
never been
Okay,
picked
that's
by a black
fine.
woman. A plus
Blue,
size black
blue,
woman wouldn't touch
blue,
I can
you. A
understand if
slim
you
thick
said
black
the
woman
white
wouldn't
woman picked
touch you.
me or
No
some
black
shit.
woman
I'd be
would
happy
touch
about
you.
that. But a
blue,
black woman choosing me,
Hold on,
blue.
Blue. We're not trying to prove shit to this nigga.
Right, y'all, come on.
can we
Oh,
stop using the N word,
Hold
please?
on, real quick. No.
no, nigga.
When 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 these
Basically, you
men,
pandering to
first
the
of
white man,
all, let
right?
me explain something to you. When the man be like, "Oh, you fat" and all this stuff, and you be like, "No, I'm not." I know you like, well, you look at me or whatever, but all that does is like it. What does
Yeah,
that do
there's
to
nothing on my
women?
page. What are you showing, Tam? What the fuck?
Hold on, you can take a laugh. All that does is like triangulate you, that person, and women who are actually fed. So like, don't try to prove yourself. That nigga can't even came up. We don't try to prove nigga shit. This man can't even fucking came up. What that shit? How your screen look like that?
Yeah,
I can't. It's him lying for me.
And that's why he
yeah. If you say I'm a single baby mama and I'm fat and I'm bad built, I am.
Right. I got 8 kids.
And 13 baby daddies.
Hmm.
Like that.
And 52 cats.
And a partridge in a fucking pear tree, bitch.
I live in shoes crazy.
But they're always coming up here to center themselves too, though.
But he was a lie. He been in here for so long, so he heard us admiring this series, and he was upset about that. He was upset about that.
Because he's an insecure bitch, that's all.
Oh, Dex, I've never heard you curse.
You never hear Dax curse. Where the hell you be at, Tam?
Mm-hmm.
Dex
Well,
Dex do be comfortable cursing over here though. He don't be cursing in other spaces. I feel like he comfortable over here.
That's crazy. I hit Dax cuss all the time. I'm like, look at Dax. Dax be cussing at these niggas and calling them dumb. Like, you stupid. He let her call these niggas stupid.
let's see if he gonna
I will
calm down.
never forget
Oh God.
when Dex about to be mad. Cause I will never
Hey, yo,
forget
Dex,
the night that it was in the middle
why
of
you
the
did?
night and we got done with a live. And I'm scrolling through and I see Dex live. And I like, let me see what Dex over here doing. And Dex called, he didn't call us all in there, but we all happened to end up in a live with Dex arguing with these right wing YT people. I was
That
up
night was
there arguing with
crazy.
them people. Remember that night, sir?
Hey, yo, Dick, say what you said. Say it again.
What
Nobody
you gonna do if
scared.
he say it again, stupid?
I would
You gonna
slap the shit
cam
out of
You,
up?
you
you
gonna
on
press
You
my
gonna
Control
cam
mama.
Alt
up?
Delete?
Yo,
yeah,
yo,
well,
What you gonna hack his
you'll send
he
us
phone?
did.
through
He
TikTok.
about
You'll
to
send
fuck.
us
He about to
through
fuck his
TikTok.
phone up.
Hey, nah, but real ass shit though, Dex. On my
Hey,
mama, you
slap
a
your
Captain
phone right
Save
now.
All and you a
I'm
bitch.
sure
Let's
it'll
be
hit me.
seriously,
Hey,
bro. Like you's a hoe
hey,
to me. I don't give
hey,
a fuck how old you is. You's a bitch,
hey,
bro.
hey, why are you saying that? I'm a
Like you
hold.
can't even
Are
talk
you? Why
straight.
are
That's
you
how I know you a
sexual?
hoe.
Y'all
Why are
stay
you
here doing.
sexualizing
Dax
me?
don't be into y'all niggas like that.
My
What is
bro,
wrong
you's a
with
hoe. He's a
y'all?
Hey, but why all these guys always sexualize me? Like as soon as they come up
hoe,
behind me.
bro.
Like what is it? Why is
We
this
just asked you
happening?
that, Dax.
I've seen
Look
you
at him. He ignore.
sexualized by these men at least 4 times on this panel. They
Why you ignore?
always want to like, they want you, Dex, in some sort of way. It's crazy.
Don't get Mia, y'all alerting Mia. She about to say something in a minute. You know
I
why?
swear they always sexualize him every time.
Yeah, every
Mia, why
time.
they be sexualizing Dex?
You
Humiliate
ignoring me
him.
though. You that scared?
It's they use
I just want to know
technique.
why you
Being niggas hard.
sexualize me. Hey, well, why? I just want to know why you sexualize me.
Why you won't say what you said again though?
Are you intelligent enough to answer simple
Oh,
questions?
you not a man enough to say it to my face, or
No,
just
no,
say
no.
it where I can hear it though, huh?
Hey.
I understand,
Are
little
you
bitch
Why
ass.
you
You
want
intelligent
was a
that to
bitch.
your
enough?
Shut up.
face?
You was a hoe, bro. I'm dead ass waiting for you to say it again, and
Hey,
you
hey, hey,
refuse to
We
say
in
it.
good
Like,
hey,
company.
hey, hey. More important things. Why are you sexualizing her?
you so soft, bro. Like that's
Hey,
crazy.
hey,
And
hey.
no,
Not
then
you
look, you so
are.
soft that
He
the
said that man
He
soft. Not
wants
you
him to
thinking
be
about his skin.
Yeah,
That's
soft.
crazy.
succulent, like
do
soft and
women know you're
succulent. Like,
soft?
what are you talking? Like, what? Am I like soft and succulent to you? That's what we getting at, though.
Like a lady.
Now you want to joke. Now you want to joke now, huh? But I
No,
thought I was a bitch
I'm
now. What
asking
happened
you.
to that?
Listen, I know
What
you.
happened to me being
Listen,
a
you
bitch,
are a
Unc?
bitch. Listen, you are a bitch. But listen, I want to know
If I'm
why
a
this.
bitch, link up
Hey, hey,
right now,
hey,
Houston,
listen, listen,
Texas,
listen, listen.
There he go.
11105.
Hey, listen,
This and
listen.
it. Pull up. If I'm a bitch,
Hey,
They
listen.
always want Dex
I
to
don't
come to their
interact
house.
with. I don't interact with bitches. So that's not gonna happen, right? I don't interact with
you're
bitches.
a coward. You are a coward.
No,
That's
no, no,
crazy.
no. Listen. It had nothing to do with
You're a
being a
coward,
coward.
though. You can say talk tough shit, but when
Listen. Calm down, right?
you're a
It had
coward,
nothing to.
Unc. You a
Listen.
hoe.
Hey,
You're a
listen.
coward. You're
Listen.
less of a man, bro.
Listen. Hey, listen. Why are you so hostile? Calm down for a second. Just answer the simple question. Why are you sexualizing?
It ran away, Dex.
Oh, you
He
did?
left.
Yeah,
Damn.
he finished quick.
That shit was fast.
They always try to get you to come to their house.
I
They always
know.
try to lure you to
Like
their
this
house.
is grinder
Why?
or something. This ain't grinder, little boy.
This is crazy. I promise every single time. This is the fifth time I've witnessed that happen to Dex. You know
Let
what?
him back up, cause I feel like messing with somebody tonight.
No, he dropped.
Oh damn.
Oh, it's down there still crying. I can drop and laugh from the comments if you want to bring him back up, Tara.
All
Damn,
right.
wow. Damn, wow. You invite that man to your house. What you gonna do today? We gonna call the cops. We gonna start calling the cops today.
Yeah, catch a predator. Ooh, catch a
Damn.
PD.
They be trying to
Ma'am,
catch
Catch
you're
a.
me.
56. Take a nap.
Hey, listen.
I had a
Why?
nap.
Please,
Why
little
are
Yo,
you?
boy.
Dax,
Me
don't
and
talk to
your
me
mama
unless you
was
trying to
just
throw
talking
hands,
about you
bro.
on the
Don't
phone
say nothing
last
to me
night.
unless you trying to throw hands. I'm a
Why?
man just like
Why?
you.
Why? Whoa,
Talk
whoa,
too
whoa,
much.
whoa.
Me and
Why
your
do
mama
you
was
want
on the
me
phone
Damn,
to?
bro,
talking
you
about
are
your little weak ass
scary.
last
Do
night.
you have a white panel van
Bro,
and
you
you
are
have
so
candy in
scary
it?
though, bro. Like, that's
Do you have
wild.
white? Do you drive a white panel
You
van with
are so
candy in it?
feminine that the women know you are a bitch.
You see,
That's
you
crazy.
see
The
again,
women
you're
know you're a
feminine.
bitch.
Listen, you're looking at me like
You
a
can't
woman.
even
Why
speak
are you
straight to me,
looking
bro.
at me
You's a
like a woman?
bitch.
Mama Wow
Wow.
is so
Why are you
embarrassed.
looking at me like a woman like that?
You're stuttering like a bitch, though.
Who's stuttering? Do you
You are.
listen
You
and
can't even
stutter?
say a full fucking sentence to me without holding your motherfucking dick.
Because hey,
What
what?
the
Why are
fuck?
you?
What the fuck? What the
Like,
hell?
and
Projection
it's
much?
actually funny. It's funny because of this,
What
because
Sir,
the
all these
fuck?
old ass elderly
sir,
women on this panel are over
sir,
40. Facts.
sir,
I'm almost 60,
All
sir,
of
like your
these women are
mama.
over 40 years
And
old.
she is
sir.
ashamed of
That's
you.
crazy.
She was crying last night on the
Sir, why
phone.
are you
And I was
crashing
all like, Mama,
out?
wow. You got to stop. He's a grown man.
Ma'am, take
You
your
got to
prune
let
juice
him
and
be
go to
a
sleep.
fool.
Take your prune juice and go to sleep,
No,
please.
because I'm waiting for your
I
mama to
like
call me and
date
talk about
group.
you
Yo,
again.
mama, you got grandkids. Go make breakfast for tomorrow. Damn.
No, I ain't got grandkids yet. No,
Damn.
you putting too
You ain't
much
got
on
no
me. That's
kids and
your mama.
responsibilities that you gotta cook for?
Sir,
You can't answer
I'm
that though,
close
huh?
to retirement age. What are you
What the
talking
hell
about?
does
And it's
retirement
10
got to do
o'clock
with
at night.
grandchildren and
Why
kids?
would I be
Yeah, you're
cooking at 10
single
o'clock
and
at night?
lonely at the age of 60,
Why
which is
would I
crazy.
marry you, dumbass? Can't you see
Why
my
would you
name?
marry? What are you, lonely?
No. I'm
This
sitting
is
outside with my
crazy. Why
dogs
is he
fucking
crashing
with
out?
you. It's
Hold on.
fun.
Keep what
Hold
she
That's
on.
just
crazy.
said.
Wait,
He might be on that
It's
It's
shit.
10
fun.
o'clock at night,
wait.
and
I
instead of
just
being
don't
with her husband, she's
understand
playing.
why he crashing out. Why
He's
are you
watching the
crashing
game
out,
and
sir?
I'm fucking with
Listen,
you.
hold
It's
on.
fun.
Wife,
He's sitting
mom,
right
wife,
here.
mom, hold on.
Yes,
Hold
ma'am.
on. The red
Let's go to
dot
her page. Let's
40.
go to Lynn page real quick.
Go ahead, go to land page. The red dye 40 is fucking with your head, sir. I promise you that's
Excuse
what
me,
the red
man. Why do
dye
you look?
40
Why
do.
do you look almost like three different people though in three different videos?
I don't know. I
Like
literally do
one
not
has a
know.
filter, the other one is not a filter, and the other one is look like it's AI.
So
Are
you
you
answer
ugly
your
or what?
question. I don't know. What do you think?
How do you use AI and you that shit don't change nothing? You still ugly as fuck.
You right. I like yeah, you
Like what
absolutely
the hell are we
correct.
actually talking about, ma'am? Hush up and get plastic surgery before you say
You
anything else.
you are right. Are you gonna pay for it?
Ask your granddaddy, bitch.
Okay. Well, he's unalive, so I don't know what to tell you. AI is funny, but you got it. Why that red dye 40 is whooping his ass, y'all? Because why is he so hyped up? Like he is upset. That man is like having an episode right now.
I'm still trying to figure out what he said just now.
He said every time you talk to him, you hold it his wait, what did he say? I can't even repeat that nonsense. It was
Right, listen,
stupid.
I'm trying to figure out what he said just now.
That shit slipped out. He didn't mean to say that. He was thinking it, but he didn't mean to say it.
I hope you clip this.
He was for
Like,
sure crashing out. That shit is crazy, sir. You was crashing out for no reason too. Like I really wanted to hear what you have to say about the statue, but instead of doing that, you just chose to crash out. Um,
I mean, not me saying what he is and then coming up crashing through the wall like Kool-Aid man, proving me correct.
yeah. That and then he started to say a whole bunch of anti-black shit, which is crazy. Like the black people using like stereotypes that white people use as a way to like like talk shit about other black people will never like it is crazy to me, especially Gen we praise Gen Z and the shit that they do. But what I will say is Gen Z is incredibly anti-black. Like y'all young generation, I don't know what the fuck. Like y'all openly racist. And it's weird to me. I will never get over how openly racist and anti-black Gen Z is. Never.
What's up, JoJo?
What's the word?
Hey
I haven't
Jojo.
seen you in a while, JoJo.
I'll be working, man. Working hard.
Can somebody mute me?
I got
Nah,
you.
I'm watching.
What you want to say?
I just joined. I want to see what y'all think about the statue. Y'all
No,
like
we've
it?
been
Y'all fucking with
talking.
it?
What you think about the statue?
They what?
What you think about the statue?
I don't know. I'm low key offended. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What you offended by?
I feel like they don't really. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a caricature of the American black woman. I feel like they try to.
I
Down.
don't.
You don't?
Not at all.
I mean, you can look at it.
Why
It's
you
two
feel like
sides
it's
to
a
the coin.
caricature though? What's the caricature about her?
I don't know, because like when they stereotype black women, they usually emphasize the hips, the shapes, and all that stuff. And then now I feel like they kind of just like downplayed it and made her look like, I don't know. I don't want to say the average woman because that's theoretically what it's supposed to be. But I
Hold on,
feel,
real quick. Are there black women who look like this?
of course.
So how they
But is
downplay her?
that what people think when they think black women?
Well, maybe they should.
Say what?
Maybe they should.
I mean, you can look at it that way. I just feel like, I don't know. I've never seen when you ask people what black women look like that this is the image that comes to their mind.
I don't know
But
what black people you talking about.
Because
I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna ask, because JoJo, the conversation that's been happening on TikTok as long as I've been on here, and when I hear a lot of black men, because I'm around a lot of black men all the time,
Yeah.
black men are the ones who talk about black women being fat and out of shape. Black men constantly talk about black women being big and fat, and every time you turn around, they're fat. What this statue is missing is her having a baby on her hip and a baby on her leg. because
Right.
black men associate black women with being fat
Yeah.
single mama. So like it is the average based on what black, it's not other people talking about this. It's not stereotypes that other people are making. It's what black men say
But that's what
about
I'm
black women.
saying. Though. Like that's my point. Like the discourse is now making this seem like this is what the average black woman looks like. That's why I don't like it.
So wait. But Jojo, I don't know if you realize you are literally doing what you're complaining about.
I mean, I guess they asked my opinion.
No, I know, but I know that's your opinion, but did you realize that you are literally doing what you're complaining about?
How so?
Because again, we have black women who look like this. And there's absolutely nothing wrong. She's beautiful. The sculpture is beautiful. It's very detailed. Like, so you saying, are you trying to imply that black women who look like this, who is a big part of our society and our community, shouldn't be represented in this way?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So wait, they shouldn't be represented. They should be
No, I
hidden.
said you just said if I think they shouldn't be represented. I said no,
So
meaning I do think they should be represented.
right. So if you want them to be represented, why are you having an issue with them being represented?
I guess it boils down to what the purpose of the statue is for.
No. That's not my question. Now you're changing it. I'm asking
I'm
you
giving
if
you
you
answers.
want them to be represented. When you see them being represented, why do you have an issue? That is a contradiction.
I just told you it boils down to what the statue is representing.
That has nothing to do with who's doing it. I'm talking about your
That's what you say
views.
so, bro. Okay.
No, I'm just listen. You talk about your views and your opinions, correct?
Yes, and I just
Right.
gave it
So
to
I'm
you.
talking about your views and your opinion, nothing to do with anything else.
And I'm
You
telling
said
you, my point, my vision, and my opinion on this is based on what the intention of the statue is. That's what I'm telling you.
What
do
was
you
the
know?
intention
Yeah.
of the? Yeah,
I
Do
don't
you
know
know?
actually. I've just been seeing this on the internet. I don't know
So,
what
okay,
it's
so
for.
that's a contradiction again. You're saying it's
If you say
on
so,
that view, but you don't know what it is.
bro. I just told you I don't know what the purpose of it is for, which is why I said it depends on what the purpose of the statue is intended for. So if it's so like if you're making this statue to just embody the everyday American, I got no issue with it. But if you're putting this,
Jojo, let me ask you a question.
hold on, can I finish, bro?
What, Jojo, no, real quick. Do
What's
any of
up?
the women in your family look like this?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Don't you know?
I just said I'm pretty sure, yeah. Was that not a clear enough answer?
when I hear y'all talk, like when I hear what you say, JoJo, I feel like black men are embarrassed of black women. Like I
That's a
feel
shame.
like no, I do. What you said sounds like you embarrassed of
Not
black
really.
women and you wish we can be represented and be better shaped, better looking, and like
Not what I
you don't
said.
want the world to see us as this.
That's not what I said. But what I'm trying to say is
Literally what you said.
not what I said, bro. I'd appreciate if you stop interrupting me and just let me finish the thought, bro. But yeah, so I don't know anything about the statue. Like I said, I only seen a couple prompts in passing or whatever. Hold on one second. But yeah, so I only seen it like on the internet today. Like this is the first time I'm seeing it. I don't know nothing about it. I don't even know where it's at. So like my only issue would be if they put this like dead center in like London or something, and it's like in a predominantly white people space. I would have an issue with it because I feel like
So
that would be them kind of like
no,
I
but
guess
wait.
trying to
But
downplay.
why are you
Bro,
going
come on,
to?
gang. Let me just finish
Hold
talking,
on,
please, bro.
let him finish that.
My only issue would be like if it was in a predominantly white space, I would feel like they could have really emphasized the beauty of black women. Not saying that this isn't a beautiful black woman, but I feel like this would be more of a slight by them instead of just emphasizing our people. I don't know. You can look at it both ways. Really. I just don't like. I don't know where it's at. I don't know who made it.
It's in Times Square.
My God.
Oh, so I guess then. I mean, New York a melting pot, so I really don't. That's not really a big deal. But
But why?
So is
Hold up.
London.
Hold up, real quick
London is
though.
not a melting pot,
Hold up,
bro.
real quick, because
Yes,
I
it
want to make a
is.
point. Hold up,
Yes, it
wait, mom.
is.
Because you said that women in your family look like this. But then the
Mhm.
average black woman doesn't
Say it
look
again.
like
Say it.
that.
I didn't hear you.
Because
Say it
there,
again.
hold up, real quick.
What you? No,
There
I
are
didn't
women
hear
in
you.
my,
What's that?
hold up. Because there's women in my family that look like this. But the interesting thing is, you sound like you worried about the white gays too
I'm worried
fucking
about the
much.
what? What you said?
The
I
white
mean,
gays too much.
the white gays,
Yeah.
like their
Like
opinion of
the
them.
no, yeah, like the look, not the
No, I
GAYS,
know that. I'm not asking.
gays.
I know
Oh,
that. I know. I'm just saying, like the looks, like how they look at us. I'm
That's
not
yeah.
worried
literally
about
what
it,
you're
but if it
saying.
was a situation where they put that in their spaces, I would still feel offended. Anybody would feel offended
Are you
if they
offended
come
when they put white statues in black neighborhoods?
for sure. What you mean? Because I feel like that's literally a dig at black folk. Like, what you mean?
Because I guarantee you, it's more white statues in black neighborhoods than it is the other way around.
I mean,
I
but we
don't
talking
give.
about this one though.
But the weird part is, I wouldn't care where the statue was at. That's weird to me.
I mean, that's your opinion though. That's why we
But
have
Jojo,
conversations.
if you thought this statue was beautiful, or you thought like black women in this form express beauty, then you wouldn't be offended.
Say that again. Say that one more time. I couldn't hear you.
So you said that you were offended, and you're offended because well, you can tell me why you feel offended, but it if you thought this was beautiful and this representation of black women was beautiful, then what's the cause? Where is the offense coming from?
Because like, if you want to embody the black woman, embody all the positive stereotypes that they talk about us with.
What's the negative stereotype to you?
I said positives.
I
No,
don't.
what is the statue displaying that's negative, Jojo? What are you seeing that's negative in this statue?
So the negative aspect would be someone that's not necessarily fit, someone that's not necessarily the prototypical, I guess you could say, curvaceous black woman that is like what people, I guess, laud after black women about when you go abroad. Like that's the opinion.
Can I ask?
The gang is really laughing, but you sound like a
Hold
female.
on.
But no, go ahead. No, that was pretty much what I was saying.
I get it.
Can I ask him
You
a
think it's too
question
much,
real
man.
quick?
You really don't gotta impress the ladies, bro. Relax.
Jojo,
Yeah.
this woman has natural hair and a natural body, and
That
she's
is not
not
natural
showing
hair.
off her body. She's dressed modestly,
That's not natural hair.
and her hair is braided.
That's not natural hair. Go back to the picture where it shows the top of her head. That's not natural hair.
That her hair is braided.
Again, go back to the
That's a
picture.
natural hairstyle.
Go back to the picture where it shows the
I'm
top of her
saying
head.
the statue has weave.
Okay, bro. Bro, you like the ad lib master, bro. Are you okay?
I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
Jojo, braids, American black women consider braids a natural
It's a
hairstyle. Most
natural
black people
hairstyle.
consider braids a natural hairstyle.
I just don't get it. This woman is everything that this segment of black men says they want in a woman.
What?
Yes.
Tell me
She's
what
got
that
a
is.
natural
Tell me what that
body.
is.
She's got natural hair. You could tell she doesn't have on a face full of makeup.
Men
She's
say they want a
dressed
natural body or a fit
modestly.
body. Which one is it?
I've heard natural.
Hell no. Come on.
BBLs.
I mean, yeah, I'm
Say
against
what
the
you want.
BBL. That's a fact. I'm against the BBL.
Say what you want, but it just goes. There is nothing that Black American women can do to satisfy a particular segment of Black men.
Nah,
They
now you
aren't
stretching
happy
it.
with anything.
Wife, mom, you stretching.
Nothing.
Come on. You
I
stretching.
am not stretching it. You are offended by an everyday looking Black woman.
Who made the
Wife,
statue?
mom,
That's the
a
important
black
question is who
man,
made the
It's
statue?
a black
crazy to
man,
me.
A black man made it?
a black man made it,
All right, then I'm cool with
and
it. If a
he
black man
it's
made
a,
it, I'm cool.
That's the guy
I
who
thought a
made
white
it right now.
This is crazy.
I thought a white guy made it. If a black dude made it, I'm cool with it.
But you didn't even look it up.
Nah, hell no. I've
It
been working
doesn't
all day.
matter who made
Because
it.
he's confidently stupid.
My nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, who are you talking to, gang?
talking to
This
you,
is
Stop
brother.
one
this.
of
Stop
the
this. Yo,
hold
don't
on,
Let
don't
hold
let
on,
white
hold
don't come
man
wait,
out your
go.
hold
Let
face on
white
the
hold
man
internet,
go.
man. Stop that
hold on,
bullshit, bro.
y'all, hold
Let
on.
white
Bitch
man go.
ass
This
nigga. Like niggas
statue,
talk
hold
crazy on
on,
the internet, bro.
Jojo, hold on.
Talk to your
This
mans down there, bro.
this
I'm not one of them
statue,
niggas,
I'm
bro. Stop
telling
fucking
y'all to
playing.
hold on.
Hold
I'm
up,
telling
JoJo.
everybody to hold
Fuck out
on.
of here.
The statues are in a series of statues.
Ain't there
They
one
chose
overseas
that
though?
one.
Hold up,
This is
JoJo.
one of them.
Okay.
Very, it's
I
a
fuck with that one.
series of just why it's crazy that
I
that
like the hair
it's
though.
almost like black men want black women to look a particular way
To be in
because
shape?
hear
Like,
me
come
out,
on,
hold
bro.
on,
Come
hear
on.
me, Jojo, don't cut me off, hold on, please, because right now on the internet, other men of other races are say bad things about black women. So it's almost like black men want black women to fit this particular image so that they can be like, that's not black women, instead of being like, so nigga, what the fuck? Like I said earlier, black men say over and over again that they wish that we did not assimilate. They wish that we were still segregated. We were still alone, or like we have our own country, own world. But all of a sudden, we they're okay with forcing black women to fit into the white identity. Like the fit feminine friendly, that shit came from a fucking white man.
Wait,
Like black
what's you saying fit is a white trait, you saying?
No, the whole idea that that woman is
Mhm.
overweight or unhealthy or whatever, that's coming from like white person stereo. You don't know if that woman just got done having kids, because these are real people. Like, you don't know anything about this woman. To
When it's
say
a
that
statue.
she's no, but they're depictions of real people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All
Yeah.
black women
But
don't
when
have
Here's the
hips.
thing, right? But here's the thing. I mean, Lynn, you call it out too. I mean, the amount of microaggression in
yeah.
the
It's a
state.
microaggression, bro.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is.
Listen, you asked me to not interrupt you,
You're right, you're right.
but could you do the same, please? Yeah. So the amount of microaggression, because you talk about a statue having fake hair. I mean, that is such a microaggression. It's crazy, right? You're talking about her weight, knowing that actually whitey women paying money to look like her, and nobody says anything. You didn't even say anything about whitey women being like this. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not looked down upon when everybody else is doing it. And you came up here contradicting yourself because you saying that you like it, but then you come everything that you did was just critique it. Everything you even made up stories. Well, if it was in England and it was in a white community, this and that, and the other, it had you didn't even know. You just literally came up here, made up scenarios for you to then degrade this statue. You understand? You didn't find out anything about it. You didn't ask no questions. You literally just started degrading it, degrading black women at the same time. You
Niggas
know what I
be
mean? But then saying
awful.
that you like black women and you want black women to be represented. But when they're being represented, now you're against it. You're saying you're saying like, she has fake hair. But the following statue that they show you is the same hair. But you're like, you know what? I like that. I even like her hair. Like, you didn't even realize you was doing it in real time because she doesn't fit the way you actually was sexualizing the statue to the point that you're looking at it from your attraction. You understand what I'm saying?
Gang,
So
I'm gonna
like,
let you finish, but
wait,
I
wait,
gotta
wait. Let me
correct you
just
on a
finish.
couple
No, no,
things.
no. Let me finish first. Let me finish. I mean, I ain't gonna let you do that. You literally critique her because you're not attracted to a woman like this, and degrade her with her hair and stuff like that, to the point that when you see one that you are attracted to, you saw the same thing and the same hairstyle, the same braids that you was now downgrading. You said that you liked it in the other one. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the
Are you done, bro?
delusion. If you hear me talking, does that sound like
You're
I'm
repeating
done, or are
yourself,
you
bro.
stupid?
It's
Which one?
redundant at this point.
No, no. Listen.
You're repeating yourself,
Hey,
bro.
hey. You've been repeating yourself the
I'm
entire
really
time.
not though. I'm
Hey,
answering questions as they
don't
come.
listen. Listen. Be quiet. Let me just finish. But
Bro,
this is just
this is
a. Let me
annoying,
just
bro.
finish. Let me finish. But this is literally, you can watch a piece of art and just say, you know what, this is nice. You literally had to degrade black women to degrade this art, and that's the point.
Are you done, bro?
Or did Dex?
You done? Nigga said I degraded it. Only time I mentioned it here was when my mom said it's natural. The top of her head is not natural. That's not natural hair. Like, what are we talking about? That's clearly additives for lengthening your braids. Man. On top of that, I never degraded the statue. You asked me my opinion on it. I gave it to
No, wife mom already clarifies a natural hairstyle.
you. Say what?
It's a natural hairstyle.
Because wife mom said so.
No, she was conveying a message to you, not because she said it.
Right. And that's the only time I mentioned the hair. I ain't mentioned the hair before that. So I don't know why he's talking about degrading and all
So
this shit.
the weird thing is that you're trying too hard to see something wrong with the
I'm really
lady.
not, though. You asked my opinion on
You
No,
it.
because
like the hair in
hold
the
up. That's actually hold up though. That's actually a critique black women have had of black men for a very long time. That when black men create art of black women, they over sexualize us. Y'all only depict women in certain ways. That's what y'all do. Y'all will do art like y'all. A lot of black male artists like to draw black women with no clothes on. You put extra accentuations on her breasts, her hips, and her butt, and y'all don't consider her as a person. Like art from black men is dramatically different from the art what black women create for themselves. And you're just looking at this statue and you're looking for any fucking thing to say you don't like about it to justify the fact
You asked my
that you had
opinion.
no, because Lynn already stated it.
Bro, you asked my opinion and you didn't
No.
like it. Like, what are we talking about?
No, you don't like it, like she
You
said,
asked
because
my
you
opinion.
We
You don't
did.
like
no.
it.
We did ask your opinion, but we're saying we disagree with your
And that's
opinion, and
fine.
the
That's
fact
cool.
that we're offended by it because a lot of the black women on this panel have a similar shape as this woman,
Then that's why you're
including a
offended.
lot.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it is. It is because those black women still deserve representation.
I didn't say
They
you don't.
deserve.
You asked me if I like the statue, Lynn. And I said I
Yes.
don't.
No, you're not saying it like outright, but
What
you're
am I saying?
implying it
Implying what?
that those black women shouldn't be represented and you're embarrassed of those black women based on their shape
Oh, no, no,
because
no, no,
black
no.
women should not be shaped like that. Like
No, no,
black
no, no, no.
women who I'm telling you, that's how you sound.
At
So if
first, I
that's
thought it
not
was a
what you
white
were
dude.
trying to give, then I'm telling you, that's what was coming off.
So when I said a while ago is I said who made it, and you said it was a black guy. So I said it's cool then because at first I thought it was a white dude that made it in his depiction of what he thinks black women look like. So that's why I was like, oh
but
no.
black women look like this.
Oh my
I
God,
just
bro. Hold
I
on,
want to
man.
call bullshit on something
Black women
because
look like this.
All right, bro. I
because
didn't say they don't, wife
I
mom.
want
Y'all
to
just
I want to call
laughing.
bullshit because even when
That's
Serena
cool. You can
Williams
call
got her
bullshit.
unveiling of her statue on Nike's campus, and you all have seen her play tennis and all of that, and her body is literally a statue in human form, fine,
Okay.
fit, and feminine as y'all put it. She just has
Okay.
muscles. Y'all hate that shit too.
Who's
So
y'all? You
miss
don't know
me,
me. The
miss
fuck?
me with this BS that you want someone to be
You don't
fit,
know me. You
or
don't
they
know my
have to
opinion
be
on
they
that
have to be
statue.
the certain depiction of what a black woman should look like. And if this was a way a white man depicted us, because even when the white man built the statue of Serena at Nike Stadium, y'all hated that too.
Use y'all. You don't know me. You don't know my opinion on the
I'm
statue.
saying
Stop
as
lumping me
black
in.
men, because I consider
But you
black men
just said
the
I want to
weakest
call
of
bullshit
links.
on my statement.
Black men are the
Don't lump me
weakest
into
of
that.
links. And you
That's
sat up
cool. I don't
here
care what you
and
think,
you
bro.
wanted to rip this woman and this statue
I
apart.
really
Then
didn't.
you said something really dumb that Dex clocked you on.
I know.
You
I
said
hear
you
you.
hated the braids in this picture, but when
Because
Tara
look at
put
the
up the
top of her
picture,
head, and then look at the top of the head of the other one.
of the smaller, skinnier statue with
Okay,
the
bro.
same braids, just longer, you said, "Oh yeah, I like that, Bill."
Go back and look
That's
at the top of her head,
foolishry. That's
bro.
foolishness. That's buffoonery. They're the same knotless box
I mean,
braids.
talking over me don't make you right.
They're the same knotless box braids. You
I
look
hear
like
you.
an absolute ass, and it
I
gives
know.
very anti-black and
I know.
self-hatred.
It's cool. Whatever you say. I don't know you. I don't really care. You triggered and it's cool, but I don't care. Really don't. Anyway, you asked my opinion on the statue. I came up, told you it. You don't like my opinion. That's cool. It's fine. Lynn said people feel that way because they're shaped that way or similar or know people that's similar. I get it. That's fine. But you asked my opinion, I gave it to you. So
Right.
it
And
don't
your
gotta be
opinion.
it don't gotta be deep rooted in this anti-black. Y'all dragging it now. Come on
No,
now.
that's what it is, though.
Okay, bro. I hear you, Dex. Cool.
That's what it is.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's it.
That's
It
what it is.
is, Jojo.
so if you think I'm
It
anti-black,
is.
so hold on. If you think I'm anti-black all of a sudden, why you follow me? Like, if I'm so anti-black and I'm against
I
black
don't
women,
follow your ass. You
I'm not
I
blocked
talking
don't
to
me.
you.
follow you. You
Oh,
blocked on
I'm
my
The
not
who
talking
page.
to
the
you.
fuck you think you are?
I'm
he
not
is not
talking to you.
talking to
I'm
y'all.
not talking to
Hold
y'all.
on.
Like
He
you
is
see
not
how
talking to
triggered they
y'all.
get,
He's
bro?
talking to me.
I'm literally talking to
Hold
one I
on,
love to
hold
Lynn.
on.
Lynn. So the other day,
Jojo,
Lynn,
hold on.
hold on, Lynn. The other day when I came on that panel, right, where Mia was getting verbally berated by that dude, did I not come up there and spaz on him though?
Can y'all hear me? Hello, can y'all
Can you
hear
hear me?
me? Can y'all hear me?
So I didn't spaz when dude was calling out Mia for her features that day. I ain't come up on a panel
We can hear you,
and put him in his
Lynn.
place. See, it's quiet now though.
Okay, I don't know if my
It's
service messed
quiet
up
now though.
or
She was in
what.
that
Not
live though.
now.
Can y'all hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you.
you now. It was going in and out a second ago.
Okay. It showed that I got one bar, so I don't know. I can hear
I
y'all,
can hear
but
you.
I was talking the whole time.
But Lynn,
Um,
I didn't check old boy
before
that was
I was
talking about Mia.
interrupted. Hold on,
Go ahead,
hold
JoJo.
on, hold on. Because
I'm
I
not
was
gonna let you speed past
interrupted
the
by
anti-black.
you and by the women on. Hold on, I'm about to address it if you would let me. I was interrupted by you and the women. Um, I believe that all black people are anti-black in America, across the world, actually. I was saying earlier that I think black people are white centered. How we say women are male centered, black people are white centered. We are. And I'll say that about everybody on this panel. We do like to do things that fit the white gaze. So yes, when you're saying things like that, I do think that it is a Eurocentric like standpoint. You're coming from a Eurocentric standpoint. Like black women, black women are shaped like this, and it's okay for them to be represented in media and whatever. And like just because like another black woman might be smaller or whatever, it really doesn't matter. I just think that we should be represented all around. That's it. I don't want to go back into circles.
I agree with you 100% about all of us being anti-black. That's an area we need to deconstruct too. I mean, that's how we were indoctrinated. And there's nothing wrong with that unless you refuse to work on it and you refuse to acknowledge it. But everybody, all black people are guilty of that. That's the way that's the way the white T man and white supremacy wanted it to be.
Like you said, wife, mom, it's if people are willing to see it. To not see that there were more. Anyone in this room right now would be a fool to say that when this individual was describing and trying to pick apart this statue, that it wasn't a reach majority of the time. But then when the smaller statue made by the same artist in the same series was placed on screen, the tone changed, the opinion changed, even the opinion on the hairstyle changed. That's something that you need to unpack. Why is that? Why did you spend more time trying to find a negative opposed to a positive in the statue itself? And why ultimately, when you saw the smaller statue, it somehow made you more comfortable? Those are questions you have to ask yourself.
Well,
Those
he thought that the statue was made by a man, a white T man, right? And like I'm gonna call out my own anti-blackness and white centeredness because I see what he meant by like, oh, I'm offended if a white man made this statue because it's like, what are you trying to like place a stereotype on black women? But that is my own anti-blackness and white centeredness.
I
Because
agree with
that's not a stereotype. Like when somebody has said that when he said it, like that's not a stereotype, and they like low key clocked me. I just didn't say it out loud because I was like, oh, in my head, I was like, I can see why you would be offended because I would be offended too. But it is like that's not a caricature that represents like a black woman, like somewhere, and like black women that I know. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I agree, but
yeah.
he was made aware that this was by a black artist after that, and before he made that comment about the braids.
Wrong.
No,
Anyway,
that's
Lynn, how am I
correct.
anti-black, Lynn? That's what I want to know.
That's correct. Actually,
Because
y'all heard it.
when
Sex tried to clock you
so
on
anyway, Lynn, so like I was saying, how you say I'm anti-black when dude was making fun of Mia for having black facial features and I came up on the panel barking on him. How can I be anti-black if I'm
That
defending?
doesn't mean that you're not anti-black. Do you know what
Oh, okay.
inherently means,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So
I
did you
mean,
hear what I
yeah,
said?
I just heard you. I
Did
heard
you
you.
hear what I said when
I
I
heard
said
you.
I believe all black people are inherently anti-black?
I disagree with that. Big time.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me why you disagree, but take yourself out of it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna speak for myself. Because you said all
No,
blacks. So I
I
said
all
believe
black
that
people
all
are
black
inherently
people.
bad.
you can't
They
say all
are.
blacks because I'm gonna say I'm not. I
If
think I'm
you
gonna
went, hold
disagree.
up. First of all, you in the same society where we got white centered media. You was educated in a school with a curriculum set by whitey people. Live in a society, and YT standards set the way you perceive the world. And you like, oh, not me. I'm unaffected. That don't impact me. That's a
Not what I
lie. And I'm
said.
no,
Not what
you
I
can't be
said.
honest with yourself.
I
You
said I'm
can't be
not
honest with
anti-black.
yourself.
Like, what are we talking about? You acting like
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
be
You
affected
can't.
by
No, no,
something. Don't
no.
mean you're
You get you
anti-black.
defensive. You look at you.
I'm
You defensive.
correcting you, gang. You making assumptions out the
No, no, no,
ass
no,
right
no.
now.
I don't need to know. I already know.
Okay, cool. All right, you got. I'm not gonna argue with you, bro.
Ain't
It's
nothing to
okay.
argue about.
I hear you, bro. You got it.
Sarah,
Anyway, my thing
Sarah.
is,
So
go ahead, bro. Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, like the beauty standards that he was actually talking about was Eurocentric. You understand what I'm saying? Because when we
This is
talk about
Eurocentric, bro. I ain't know that. Damn.
that, could you not interrupt?
You're
You
just
know,
talking out your ass at this point, bro. Like,
why are you talking about my ass now? Like, why are you guys keep
I
sexualizing?
mentioned hips and
I
curves.
mean,
He talking
yeah,
about
hey,
European,
listen, wait. You're talking
bro.
about
Like,
my ass. Like,
you talking
why?
out your ass, bro. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
saying,
Because why are you thinking about my ass? Like,
bro?
stop.
All right, bro. Come on,
Just let
bro.
me finish. Just let me finish.
He's a weirdo.
Right. Okay. Because I'm just clocking you on your shit.
No, you're making no sense, bro.
Hey,
Hips
listen,
is
let me
not a
finish
European
talk.
beauty
Because hey,
standard, bro.
listen, it doesn't make sense to you because you're not letting me finish.
Bro, you going off on a tangent that's based in the wrong assumption.
No. It's not an assumption. Because listen, wait,
Hips
listen.
and curves are not a
Hey,
European standard, bro. So I
hey,
did not compare to a European
listen.
beauty
No,
standard.
because your standard was not this. Your standard was not that. Your
Did I
standard
not say
was
hips and curves, bro?
no,
Answer that.
no. Wait.
I didn't
Hold
say
on.
hips and curves, bro.
Dude, let me finish.
Answer that, bro. I didn't say hips and
No.
curves.
Let me finish my statement and
I
I'll
thought
answer
so,
your
bro.
question after. I'm okay with answering your question, but let me finish my
Go
statement.
ahead, gang. Go ahead, bro.
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah. So again, the standard that you was talking about is literally yours because you're talking about not being this size, like talking about her size and stuff like that, and being fit and stuff like that, right? Like those things are microaggressions that YT people use against people. At the same time, doing the same things and getting praised for it, going and paying money and getting praised for it, and literally copying the bodies of black women and getting praised for it, getting notoriety for it, like getting roles for it. But when a black woman look this exact same way, then it gets criticized. You came up here and did the same thing. So you're not that's where the anti-black comes from. And you did it while saying that these are regular women in your family and should be represented, but then complaining about it being shown at the same time. That's a contradiction. That's why I
Because
was
I
saying
thought
that.
it was a white man, bro.
No, that has nothing to do with it because we didn't ask you
It
if you
does,
like
bro.
this. Wait, hold up. We didn't ask you if you like the sculpture. We asked you what is your opinion on it. You didn't have no context whatsoever, and you chose to go down this route because that was their first thought of it.
All right, bro.
That's good. That's why it was genuine. That was your genuine thought of it. It had no context. You
Yes, my
created
genuine
that.
thought was
Wait,
I
wait,
thought a white
wait, hold
man
up.
made it,
Wait.
bro.
No. Listen. You created that,
What?
right? You created that in your head because it was not true, right? So not you didn't look at it and say, well, hey, it's a beautiful sculpture, like well detailed. You didn't look at it as a piece of art at all. You sexualized it. You literally talk about the hips and this and that and the other because you didn't like her size. You didn't like her figure. You stated that here. We're not going off of opinions here. We're going off of your words, the way you express yourself. And now you mad that we are literally talking about what you came up here and said.
All right, you done? I want to rebuttal
Whatever
you.
statue, DJ. What are you talking about? I put
Nobody
some.
was mad.
It was this statue. I didn't like this one though. Hold up. I ain't like this one. I'm not liking this seat. I'm not a fan of the seat. Um, y'all go ahead to wrap this shit up though, y'all. I wasn't supposed to be up here this long.
What's up?
Jojo, you closed-minded. That's not gonna help you grow.
That's cool. Anyway, I'm about to go out anyway, so it's cool, man. Y'all have your opinion. I have mine. It is what it is.
All right. Bye-bye.
And I just want to know what makes them think every black woman in the world has got hips and got a Coke bottle or hourglass body. Black women aren't all built like that.
It's like the
I have,
stereotype. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'll just say, I have not a hip to first on either side. I'm built just like this woman, except I'm short. And I've been like this all of my life, even before I became a big back. But
But the
because I ain't
interesting
got no
thing,
hips and
here,
no
here
little
you go.
bitty waist, I can't be represented. I just think that's
I'm gonna tell
and
you
that's
because
from my
they
own
doing
men.
that bullshit. Let me tell you why. Because
It's
you know that
terrible.
stereotype that all black men got a big D. That shit is
Yeah,
a lie. Like
we know
they,
that's a lie.
yeah. So like, I don't know. It's like nobody just because in a statue, people see women that look like this. What are you talking about? Talking about this, like it just makes what we all seen a woman that looked like this in the last 24 hours. Like, what is your that nigga? Shut up. That man just he was in his fucking feelings. But I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Mia, they wanna know if you going live. Mia been sleep all night. She gonna be all day. She gonna be up. Let me tell y'all the story real quick though. I'm gonna put this picture up. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for coming up. I'm gonna drop y'all. I'm gonna tell this real quick story, right? So y'all know. I thought it was interesting. So I was talking to my son earlier, right? And he was y'all. This man ass. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Don't pull the pants down. Pull them pants down. Let that cup that motherfucker. This ain't thangin'. But anyway, right? Y'all need to start aggressively making these niggas swipe or take a good shower before y'all let that man get inside of you. Because let me explain something, right? He got a nice clean ass. I can appreciate that. I don't know. I'm going to assume it don't matter, right? Some of these niggas don't be cleaning their ass, and y'all know that. Y'all know they don't be. Some of these niggas don't be cleaning their ass, and y'all know that. Y'all know they don't be cleaning their ass properly, right? But because my son was telling me he said something about taking a shower and cleaning. But because my son was telling me he said something about taking a shower and cleaning. I don't know how, but the dude, his friend was like, "Oh, you must be GAY or whatever." He's like, "What the hell?" And he was saying like, when you don't wipe properly, like you get that. He said you get slime.